Okay, I'm going to cast Sending.
All right. What do you... And you're sending it to...
Yeza.
Yeza, okay.
Hi. Cough. Once for yes. Twice for no. Are they moving you? Are you safe?
2 questions. Oh, no!
Wait, if he coughs twice, is that 2 yeses?
No!
What if he coughs like 3 times?
What if you call 5
Is the first one a yes or the last one a yes?
The panic. Steve fixed it with a second question. You should have just said it.
Well, I mean, you have to use the whole message, I guess.
Yes or no?
Otherwise, wait.
So there's a long pause.
The surroundings listen for any noise. I'm going to just slowly make my way up.
Okay.
I will also look for any
troop it is that had made this incursion on Felderwind. This was their exit point, and you look around you. This is Xhorhas. Welcome to the eastern side and eastern Wynendir.
Welcome to Xhorhasic Park.
Fuck.
What was that discordian mess? Jeez. We all jumped into different parts of the score.
At which point you see something just kind of go through the air, something shift real fast, and you watch him double over onto one knee, and you can see what looks to be the edge of an arrow protruding from his chest.
Who? Our guy?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yes. You see other numerous arrows begin to suddenly pelt the area where they've been congregating. And he immediately looks up in that direction. You don't quite see where they're coming from yet. Looks back to you and goes, "Gods curse them, stay out of sight!"
I cast Cure Wounds on Colden.
Oh, you know, he's a ways away from you guys. He left the alcove and went up on a rock.
Sam is reminding me that I need to roll Constitution saves for
keeping blessed?
Nugget. No, I did that already. For Nugget,
Nugget was in there
and
too.
Sprinkle.
You're a bad man.
I feel like Sprinkle
I just
is...
hate animals so much.
Apparently.
I feel like Sprinkle's in my clothes, so he's got like a filter.
I'll say for the purposes of fun,
You have to roll saving throws.
I'm not going to immediately murder her weasel because of one errant spell.
Yeah. Piece of shit.
But
That's not how I would have ruled.
But do roll a Constitution saving throw for Nugget. 5.
No.
And reaches over, grabs him, and you watch as they both vanish, dimension dooring out of sight.
I can't do anything with them. Does that provoke an attack of
Nope,
opportunity?
it's a teleport.
Nope.
The flames flickering, you angrily stomp around the space where it was. You kind of glance about, make a perception check. Yeah. And points kind of in the direction past the river, but a little bit northeast.
Oh. How do you get to the... Do you live on the other side of the river?
Yeah.
How do you get to the other side of the river?
Swim.
Is it a hard swim?
Yeah.
This guy.
Do you think we could do it or no?
Valuable.
But,
Can I ride you across the river?
Are we making this
Like,
weird?
do you float?
Cool, we're
Can
making
I
this
ride like a raft?
I can float, yes.
Have you ever ridden a person across the river?
Have you?
Not since I was a tiny bear, but...
What? You have a bad back?
No, he said not since he was a tiny bugbear. This feels like a scorpion and the tortoise sort of thing. But are you the scorpion?
It's always 100%
the scorpion.
You're not from around here, are you?
Nope.
Do we look like tourists?
Very much.
Fanny packs.
Is it our matching
The
clothes?
bright pink one you wear around your waist.
Get across. Yeah, I'll do that.
There's also several of us that can, mess with water.
forward. That's your very special power that only you have.
Honestly, I don't have it prepared for, so
Me
it
neither.
does. You are very special right now.
I hate her. I hate her.
We can make a rope tether, though, if we have to.
Would you like to use your very special power, or should I just carry a rope across?
I kill not.
As you guys are having this conversation, Gluzo seems to have like dropped to his knees and like bowed his head quietly for a moment and is like holding something in his hand.
What's going on? Are you praying?
Grabs the end of the rope and kind of just like wraps it around the forearm and holds it there.
All right, everyone, come across.
Good job, Not. And I'll use control water to part the river for 100 feet in a single direction and just create a nice line of dry land to the other side.
All right. And you watch as the river parts and halts itself there, the flow of the river suspended for the time being, and you can now see the muddy walkway that is the base of the river. Dozens and dozens of smooth river stones clustered in the bottom, and you can see protruding roots of other leaves and bushes that were washed in and just sunk down and stuck in the muck. But it is traversable.
Are there any particular...
Do you like a tattoo, sir?
Kind of looks around his body.
Go for the neck.
Remember, you will be bald there for some time. Somewhere that the hair doesn't grow very thick would be good.
Just right under the ear.
And like points to the side of the chest. And
That's good. That's a trendy spot. That's good.
Oh, wow.
What's even the...
I was there with you.
It's the balance of like rational.
Just tying in a job I had earlier today.
Okay.
I was with you.
Welcome back. Some do take gold, so.
If you escort us into this city safely and see us to the outskirts when our business is done, there will be another 20 for you.
How about this? When we get to the city, I just never see you again.
Barter.
I will give you
Good.
10 gold to make sure that that happens. Just take it.
I'll take it, okay. Very good deal.
What does it look like?
It looks sort of like and he pulls out his necklace, and you see and those who are paying attention, you can see across the chain what looks to be a small wireframe dodecahedron, made of like rough metal. Yes.
The Luxon, they say, is the first and the original god of Exandria. And if we work hard together and we stay pious towards his light, then maybe one day we too will be reborn.
Right, because that would be really cool to be reborn.
Yeah, especially,
Points back.
since my line of work is not all that safe. But anyway.
Let's like get a little closer, and I'll use disguise self to make myself look fucking jacked. Like, huge ass traps and delts, and my clothes don't quite fit right anymore, and just like rippling ass muscles, and I'm just.
But I thought that you already were jacked.
No, I'm fucking jacked, like Ford.
Shredded.
Yeah. Again, I have to turn like this.
Never stretched a day in your life.
He's got like skinny chicken legs, but like super big.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I gotta run, I'm just like.
Like a human action figure.
Always skip leg day.
Yeah. It only gets in the way.
I'm gonna use disguise self to make myself look just like me, only like super goth. So like
Goth Jester.
goth jester. So like I'm gonna do kind of like makeup like Yasha's. So like black stuff and eyeliner and like leathers, like kind of tattered black leathers and like dark lipstick. Yeah, and definitely like black fingernails and like tattoos and stuff.
Okay. Yasha reaches down and just gets some mud and kind of just like smears it down her face to like these finger lines across the front and just kind of musses up the outside so she looks like she's been wandering and hunting alone in the wild for a while.
That's cool.
I'll play with that. I'm gonna scar myself up and like emaciate and let everything get a little craggly and yeah, a little more dark crystally on the wrong end.
Ooh, nice.
How do you want to do this?
Can you make me a dude tiefling? Like a red, shifty looking tiefling?
Yeah.
Red skin, deep eyes.
Deep what color eyes?
Like crazy eyes, like you're demonstrating for me right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
You can't change your voice now.
What, you don't think I sound like a dude?
Kind of, yeah. No,
All
you're
right.
good.
Give me a dude physique that would match this.
Okay, so I pull out a small caterpillar's cocoon and I start muttering some arcane words over it, and I waft it in front of your face, and then poof, she's a poof.
There you go. You're a red tiefling, as pretty accurate as you can envision, at least from what you can see of yourself. You don't really have any reflective surface to check, but based on just this, not bad. You're a dude tiefling. Since Caleb's really only seen one dude's tiefling before, long may he reign indeed.
Holy shit.
I've only seen one dude's tiefling. Why is just my dick purple? I don't understand.
It's definitely not
There's a gradient.
It's just a sunny side up egg.
My happy trail has an umbra. This is incredible.
The benefits of the tiefling.
Oh my goodness. Wow, long and wide may he reign.
Anyway, a handful of large hills sit among the crews, resting places for ballista and supplies as goblins lift and unload boxes and affix heavy artillery to the top of these mounds. As you're continuing to move towards the city, looking at this display, you see a group of gnolls together tugging on these heavy leather straps at the base of one of these mounds, and you watch as it shifts. Mud and dirt tumbling from the sides, revealing 4 hut-sized, thick trunks of legs from underneath. A colossal war tortoise.
What?
From this distance, you can only guess 60 to 80 feet from end to end on this shell.
What the fuck is that?
It's a war tortoise, man. It's a war tortoise. War tortoise.
Use one of those.
Can we trade the mistake for that?
A pair of goblins rush up immediately to the front to shovel baskets of moss and other roots into the mouth of the large behemoth. At this point, as you're kind of in awe of this and noticing the numerous mounds now, kind of 4 or 5 visibly scattered amongst this war band, a series of growls and muffled barks kind of catch your attention towards the front ranks, where you can see what looks to be numerous large, tailless panther-like beasts, tethered to heavy posts, saddled and lightly armored for future combat. You glance past the small army, beyond that, beyond the mounds, to see 2 gargantuan shapes making a wide perimeter around the city, loosely in your direction. A pair of the massive furred hulks that you first saw when you first entered Xhorhas in the distance. They're stalking around the wastes in the surrounding grounds, heavy iron chains wrapped like a harness across their 20-foot wide torso, each mounted by an armored Kryn who's kind of just rocking back and forth with each impact of its huge tree trunk-like limbs, just kind of dragging itself through the muck and mud. You can see the squat legs kind of dragging it forward as its limbs pull it forward like a heavy gorilla, all covered in a dark gray-brown fur that's matted with mud and grime. The face of the creature, which you see for the first time now that it's getting close enough, it rests between the shoulders, without neck or really a head, just embedded between where the shoulders are as part of the torso. A gray-scaled leathery brow that folds around 4 red eyes the size of cannonballs, arranged much like a spider's face. And you can see what looks to be a tangle of teeth and tusks that protrude from a frighteningly wide mouth that almost leads from shoulder to shoulder at the very front. Gruffy gnolls, anxious kobolds, actually, and the occasional minotaur. One in particular catches your eye who's walking with 2 sets of looks to be 5 soldiers on each side, Kreen soldiers.
Oh my god.
You see one massive minotaur, jet black onyx fur, giant grown horns that curve to the front, pristine, like uncharacteristically for this space, pristine silvered armor that is intricately carved and detailed. You can see this kind of dull gray cloak that falls past the shoulder mantle and drifts to the back of the knees. Its hooves, you can see, are adorned with a type of like plate armor right to the front. As it kind of just looms by, you can see this heavy greatsword that's thrown over its back, and everyone kind of stops and gives wide berth as it kind of walks through across the street.
Whole table just turned into the horny and aroused meme.
Yeah.
I'm into this.
He was beautiful.
And continues down the street in kind of loosely the direction that you're traveling, but a good 20, 30 feet ahead of you, and then continues if you wanted to keep in pace or just wait.
We could use them like a fire truck.
A posse of roughly, I'd say 11 or 12 Kreen.
Or just around him?
Around him, yeah. You get the sense that he has some sort of importance or station in this location.
I was going to say, that's that card.
Well, I got to work hard to keep that clean.
Shit. Yeah, do we want to follow?
You pass one of the dormant tortoises that you saw that's actually in the city. And it's sitting there occupying a lot in the city, and atop its back, you see what looks to be a goblin neighborhood of dense shacks and dwellings clustered, built, and strapped onto its back. You can see...
Did it like crawl into the city because it can like move? The whole city can move?
Is the turtle still alive?
You can't tell. All you see is the shell there. And like this goblin neighborhood built atop its shell that's kind of strapped and pressed onto it, and you can see like all like these clustered like tents and huts and pieces of gathered and scavenged woods and pressed together to create this kind of small shanty town atop this tortoise shell.
I must admit, I have not seen you within the city before.
This is our first time here.
So color me curious. What is your business, and whom do you serve?
I'm sorry, forgive our impertinence. We didn't ask for your name.
Kind of gives you a look like, you can see in the way the head turns, like, you don't know my name? He goes,
I have had many names through many lives, but the one I take now is Sunbreaker Oloman.
Sunbreaker Ullman?
Oloman. And is there a Mrs. Sunbreaker or?
Are you flirting with the fucking Minotaur?
He is fucking hot. And 50-50, my husband's dead, so.
Wow. We've been sending him messages every night.
Risking our lives behind enemy lines.
the massive minotaur looks down at the goblin with a curled eyebrow and goes,
No. Well, don't make any messes.
and he turns around and
Pleasure.
Oh my god.
I like
Did
it
you see
here.
the way? I think he winked at you. I think I
I
saw.
couldn't tell through his piercing eyes.
Those were his horns were piercing. His horns, not.
He was hot.
Stay on task.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How much time, keep in mind?
About 15 to 20.
at this point about 15 minutes or so before we should.
Let's head into the livery and see if there's a conversation.
What was his name? Oldemon.
Sunbreaker.
Olaman.
Knotbreaker Olamon.
Oh no.
Anyway,
Like a gerbil on a banana.
Once again, Sam has ruined tomorrow morning's Twitter.
DM's as red as his t-shirt.
never underestimate the player's ability to fuck with you. An older goblin, probably later in his years, a bit rotund, this kind of puff of gray-white hair that kind of sits at the back of the head, and the front of it's just bald entirely, liver spots in the face, long nose that seems to come to a gradual point kind of towards the ground, a bulbous chin. Looks kind of like Meg Mucklebones from Legend, but like much smaller and a dude.
His years, does that mean he's like 15, 16?
Pushing 20, maybe 25. But you see this figure is missing both arms. Has a really nice, kind of a somewhat dirtied vest over no shirt, and has a pair of slacks where they're rolled up towards the knee, and then just bare feet, kind of walking. They're black on the bottom, and you can see the long, kind of dirty toenails haven't been clipped in a while, and kind of hook over the front of the toes. You can see him reaching up with one leg and finishes wrapping a rope around what looks to be some pole leaning on the edge, and then turns to the rest of you and goes, "Hi there. You come to do business, ain't I?"
On fire tonight. Hello, old timer.
Thank you.
Oh, hi. Hi there, little girl. Nice to see you.
Pleasant day we're having here.
Quite pleasant
Did you manage these stables here?
Hi, welcome to Zorth's Pits. I'm Zorth.
Zorth?
Yeah.
Zorth's Pit?
Family business? Are these your kin?
No, they're a bunch of pissants.
And they all kind of scatter, and one of them kind of carefully starts stepping into the pin with like what looks to be a cluster of somewhat, maybe not the freshest meat, but it's like digging them over and tossing them in here. And immediately the goblin kind of runs outside, looks back to the rest of you.
Yeah, we got the best beast in the land here. You looking to buy something, huh?
We are, or at least lease, borrow.
Maybe.
Yes, we've been taking a look at your stock here, and I'm from the south of Xhorhas, so I'm not familiar with the animals up here. The
Moorbounders.
Mallbounders?
Moorbounders.
Moorbounders. That's the longer panther-like.
Yeah, they're from the swamps in the south.
That's why I was familiar with them.
That's where you said you were from. You don't know what they are.
Well, we call them something different down there.
What do you call them?
We call them swamp panthers.
It's not very imaginative.
Well, we're...
And not accurate either.
No, well, that's why...
But who am I the judge? Yeah. The nice young lady coming in here to do some business. And I'm not gonna lie, it's on cheap. And looking at the bunch of you, I don't know if they're in your wheelhouse to afford it, but you know, let's give it a try anyway. What you looking for? How many are you looking to buy, huh?
How many? How many would we need? Can each one carry more than one?
Well, if you're included, they can probably fit 3 on one of them. But for the average sized folk, oh, look at this big fella right here. Like, even pushing maybe 2 at most with him on there, but you know, conservatively saying.
My face is covered in spittle. You had other creatures here too, did you not? Are there larger creatures?
No, just him.
Oh, didn't we see some larger beasts of burden?
Those were other
Okay.
places. Yeah.
Okay.
How much are we talking for one?
For one? Well, let's see. Prices have been going up since they've been buying them off me left and right for the war party, so pushing about 500 gold apiece. Ooh. They're dangerous, they're quick, faster than any riding horse you've ever seen.
Single saddles, or do you sell custom double saddles?
They can jump 30 feet in a single bounce, not needing any sort of run-up at all.
I don't know why I'm trying to drink right now. That's a fucking...
Up and down trees, mountains, rocks, whatever you need. Cliffsides, no problem. They'll take you there.
How's the resale value on these? Sorry. How's the resale value? If we bought these, could we sell them in another town for almost as much?
If you got a good enough sales plan and you're very convincing, probably, but treat them well, push them, feed them, don't let them kill and eat you. I think you'll be good.
Is this happening in common?
No.
This gobbler or common right now?
This is common because it was a mixed group that came in here.
Okay.
Has not slipped anything goblin-wise to you directly yet.
Oh,
we
we have
need
Yasha.
three.
Excuse me, my good sir.
Yes, of course. What's your name?
Goth.
Gorth?
Yeah?
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Zorth. Our names rhyme. That's silly.
That is a coincidence, yeah.
Doesn't happen often.
No.
Tickles me belly.
Doesn't seem very remarkable to me. I wanted to ask you...
Yeah?
How hard are these creatures to pick up, mastering them and riding them? Can you just pick it up, or is it a learning curve?
No, I'll probably have to give you some sort of a seminar when you purchase it, but that's part of the purchasing price, is to get a chance to sit you down and we'll go over the basics of maintenance and you know, give them a name, get them used to it. Just a few hours of training and I think it will be good, yeah?
I hope also that you've been giving them the best of your stock to fight in the front lines.
Well, we keep as good stock. I mean, to be honest, the ones that don't grow up at the perfect thing get eaten by the first. So, you know, the ones that survive, they're usually the best stock regardless.
All right, I'll switch to Goblin. Wow. Listen. Goblin to Goblin. If we buy 3 of these, couldn't you cut your fellow Gobby a deal here?
Make a persuasion check.
Natural 20.
Okay. Persuasion?
Yes.
Oh, there's no minus. So that's 15.
Okay. He goes,
I can throw in a tiny statue of Dick. A one-of-a-kind Dick statue.
leans in close.
And
we can't understand. We just see him.
You just
this was a petrified Dick.
Really? Of what?
Of a tiny human, an ancestral human that we found in a mine somewhere. Nope. No, it's there. It's there.
Yeah.
Persuasion?
Deception.
Deception. Wait, where's that? Ooh. 11.
He goes,
Seems about right. I mean, no offense.
I know, right? Humans.
Funny.
I know.
I'll tell you what. We can work for trade.
What kind of trade are we talking?
Hey! Get...
well, he can't actually do that. He doesn't have a hand. He actually snaps with his toes.
Hey!
Oh, nice. Yeah.
He's awesome. He is super dexterous with his feet.
I'm having a conversation with some prospective clients.
And they all kind of scutter off into a back room and close the little door.
Oh, I'm in a bit of a pickle, to be honest. You see, I keep 2 subterranean nests where we breed our moorbounders, and something's kind of moved into one of them. Kind of killed one of my last batches, my last clutch, whatever they call them. I don't know. Not very well studied on their history. I'm good at raising them and selling them. So, it got a bit scary, so I sealed it off with some chains. And if you'd be interested, maybe you could go down there and, see what's inside there, see what the problem is, maybe kill it, and I'll take your price down.
How much down?
3. You're looking to buy how many?
3.
You do this for me, I'll give you all 3 for 750 gold.
half price.
Half price?
Let me confer with my fellows.
Yeah, of course. Go for it.
All right.
Yourselves enter this chamber.
Yeehaw, man.
Yeehaw, Sam.
I'll come back now here.
I'm so happy.
Best.
Finishes that turn. Forward, you're up.
No. We haven't even done the line of fire yet.
Nope.
Sweet ass. All right. Yep.
Yeah.
You'll get a little, I swear.
So it's going to make a round of bite attacks against you, Bo.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 16 to hit.
Miss.
So the rats are going to swarm around you and you kind of kick and beat
It's like,
them
no.
Attacking Yasha, that is 14 to hit. That just is. So Yasha then takes as the rats begin to climb up and bite around her legs and knees, and some of them kind of jump up towards her, and she's trying to whack them away with her hand as she's focusing on the creature ahead of her. She takes 9 points of piercing damage.
And the next attack gets advantage. That's why I should have fucking done that first, and then I had advantage on my
Yeah. Well,
not as just.
Dang nabbit.
All right, that finishes.
You know, like
a doorway to another dimension.
Was very flexible.
Oh my goodness.
To another dimension.
Sort of could expand to accept any shape that sort of wanted to enter it. But the interesting part, that wasn't the interesting part.
No, that is, normal. Social trade.
May I ask you, what are your specialities, the two of you?
I'm really good. I'm really good at healing people and stuff.
That is good.
And I can also, I make a duplicate of myself. I can also do that.
She's a talented artist.
I could draw a portrait for you if you want me to.
Tattoo artist?
Yes.
Budding?
Yes. Very talented tattoo artist. If you ever are in need of a piece, let me know. I can be of service.
I mean, these skills, those would be like at the end of the resume, like the special skills.
Horseback
riding.
Yeah. Drive a stick shift. That's what
has driver's license.
Yeah.
But I think the one that she wanted to lead with was she's a healer.
Healer, but also I'm like a badass healer, so I can hit things and heal at the same time. And then you,
fast as lightning,
super drunk sometimes.
Again, that's lower on the CV. High tolerance. Fast as lightning, sneaky as a motherfucker.
And
sharpshooter.
Super good with arrows and bolts and stuff.
But you know what? Together, we have some sort of I don't know what it is actually. We've never really talked about it, but we have this incredible mind for solving conundrums.
Yeah, we
for
are
getting to the
really
root of a
intelligent.
problem. Bad cop, good cop, bad cop, whatever you want to call it. We're a dynamic duo.
She still smiles.
We can use all the help we can get. There are two things that come to mind at the moment, if you are interested in helping. For one, I have come to believe that there is an Empire spy in our midst, living here in Xhorhas. Possibly, if my information is correct, been working or staying near the Four Corners. An intercepted missive out of the city from this individual was shot down, being sent by Nighthawk, and the messenger was seen leaving the Four Corners. This missive was giving information about the movements of our forces, preparations and such, to the Empire. It was being sent to Blade Garden. If you can suss out this spy and turn them into me, you will be rewarded greatly. Bring them alive.
I'll leave you with 5,000 gold pieces.
I'm so broke. We're so broke.
3,000 if dead with proof. If that does not suit your fancy or your particular skill set of investigation, you seem to already be somewhat tangled with his demonic presence. There have been some strange murders in the city. Some locals going mad, or feral is becoming a growing issue, and I have suspicions that it is connected with this demonic presence. Focusing on the war efforts, I am unable to allocate many resources to this, so you would be of great help in this. If you could find the root of this corruption, wherever it stems from, and snuff it out, freeing Asarius from this infernal influence. The dynasty is willing to pay 10,000 gold pieces.
Ford.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's been some time. It's been some time.
My dreams. Dry, empty plains. Flat, open, featureless. An endless horizon of empty earth. Beneath you, something shifts. You look down, your feet standing above a spring, small and trickling, burbling up from the ground below. The waters spew forth and begin to spread, rapidly drowning this endless expanse around you. In shifting waves, the level of the water comes beyond your nose, and you struggle to try and swim with it, but find your feet anchored to the ground beneath you. The surface escapes you upward, leaving you in freezing depths, fathoms below. Watching. The shadowed shape of an ever-twisting serpent form rides and cages around you in all directions. Return. A single massive yellow serpent eye appears before you. Then another. Big and small, your entire periphery becomes dozens and dozens of different sized yellow eyes, single-slitted, staring directly at you. Reward. The shaded tendrils of Ukutoa begin to close in around you, binding you in a cocoon of cold, scaled flesh. Wonder. The tendrils knot and flex, crushing your body slowly. The pain is immeasurable. Your vision darkens and your body begins bleeding as you feel everything compress the life from you. Punish. Oh no. A final squeeze sends the last breath from your lungs in a muffled scream. You shoot awake, vomiting onto the ground next to you. Caduceus, you see this as suddenly shoots up. You look down, eyes blinking, to see foam and briny seawater now slowly soaking into the hard, packed ground.
Ford, are you all right?
Yeah, just another dream.
Would you characterize this as a positive encouragement or perhaps a more negative reinforcement?
I think more the latter. I don't feel like my favor with old Ukutoa is as choice as it once was.
Why do you think it's angry with you?
You remember I told you there were like words that were repeated through these visions?
No, but sure.
Right, so I tell them about the old 4 words. Given that.
Yeah.
There were 2 new words. 3 maybe. I don't know, I'll have to go back and watch it on VOD.
I think that the gods and goddesses of Twitter will remind you of all those words within minutes.
If only someone would draw it. But it was laced with a threat.
A threat?
Yeah, I mean, I'm supposed to be helping it to be released, right? Freed upon the world, and I have decided that that's not the best course of action. And in my dream, it saw fit to crush me.
Well, how do you feel now that you're not dreaming anymore?
Better.
Well, that's good.
You ever feel like you're not going to wake up from a dream when you're in it?
Yeah.
I'm worried about that.
Here you are, and I'm sure it could probably, it would put greater strain and stress against you for not following its wishes if it could. But it didn't.
What if it can?
Why hasn't it?
I don't know. One thing I am sure of, though, it feels stronger. It feels more present, closer.
Well, I'm proud of you for maintaining your sense of self through all this. It's difficult sometimes when one is pulled by things greater than ourselves.
You said you commune with the mother, the all.
I do.
Yeah. Do you? Is it a two-way thing, or are you just putting yourself out there and seeing what comes back?
Oh, very much a two-way thing. I mean, there's no way nature isn't separate. We're part of it. We communicate with the world every day with every breath. Everything we do is our declaration of our love, adoration, or our denial of it.
Do you think she cares about the affairs of something like this?
Very much so. Without a doubt. I mean, I'm here.
I'm getting the feeling that maybe if I do nothing, like any kind of disease, it might just get worse. Maybe I should start thinking about a counter agent.
Is that what you want?
Maybe.
Well,
I mean, my dreams are one thing, right? And I kind of like kick some dirt on the vomit and spittle. That shit is,
it looks uncomfortable.
It's real. So,
well,
I don't know.
I think it's worth thinking about. And I think there will come a day where you really will have to make that choice. We'll help you with that choice, whatever it ends up being.
Commander.
Commander? It feels worse. It feels.
Yeah.
Do we have to call you Commander now?
Do not call me Commander. You can call me
Admiral Widowgast.
Caleb Widowgast is my name.
That's actually not your name.
It's a made up name. Made it up on the spot. Oh, no.
The way that I'm smiling and blushing right now is what Caleb does. He just walks away from the group to take a breath and not look at anyone in the eye.
To be fair, some of the smartest people that I know, also terrible leaders.
Holla.
Is that me?
It's a cultural thing. You would understand.
We got to do that. Might be the new bidet.
Assume that he's alone and can speak.
Okay, cool. Hi.
That was the kickoff.
Fuck me. Please say so next. Or like.
Hey guys.
I mean,
Oh, Jesus. Favorite husbands.
hey, Internet.
Are there any prominent markings around you? Do you think you'll be alone anytime? Do you know what they have planned for you?
Holla.
I take coin.
These are worth at least 150 each, but I will give them to you as part of this deal.
Reaches the foot out.
There's one. Oh, yeah, both of them for you.
And then kind of hops over to the front desk and pulls out a small eyepiece and kind of looks through and is like,
Don't forget it's his foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Good.
So that's 200 right there.
300
Was that 300?
Is it 300 or 200?
there.
And in the center, there is a wicker chair. And in that wicker chair, you see a cloaked figure with a big hood that completely obscures the face. And you see what looks to be two tiny clawed hands that have kind of like a red-brown scale across the top of them that just sits in there with two tiny legs. It's weird. Like there's a giant head and torso, and these like tiny little hands and tiny little legs. It's very creepy. It's almost like an old woman with baby proportions. It's upsetting when you approach.
Can you see her face?
Fortune teller.
No, the hood is covering the face.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, hello, grandmother.
You've come to talk to Madam Mars.
Oh, fuck this. Let's go.
Yes, we have, definitely have.
What you looking for?
Well, we're.
Kind of begins rocking in this wicker chair.
I'm fucking out. I turn around. Somebody else take over.
You, grandmother, do you know much of this city?
I don't wander it often, but I do know the land.
I don't like it.
Did you have fortunes?
No. But I make potions.
Oh, what kind of potions do you make?
Salves, bombs,
I like bombs.
whatever ails you.
Nothing ails us currently, but that changes frequently.
I love her so much.
Well, we are very interested in this, of course. What are your wares?
Yeah, I'm standing in the corner with my head and my arm going, ask me about healing potions!
We have
You're in
healing
the corner and
potions.
Blair Witch.
I want more!
Raise your hand if you want off the ride.
We have the ability to heal wounds, but is there any other condition that your potions can restore?
I've prepared a few antivenoms.
Antivenom.
Oh, that might be useful.
Is that,
Could we use that?
is that important around these parts?
Might be. I don't know. I don't travel too far.
Madam Musk.
This is terrible.
What about...
What's your question?
How long have you been here?
As long as the elements have found me.
You said you've recently made anti-venom.
One of the hands
Potions?
comes up and points over, and you see there's a small shelf to the side with doors locked. And
In there. I'll keep them.
Okay.
Kill this.
Did you recently make them due to
An influx of poisonings?
yes, an influx of venomous things coming to you that you could do that? Is that why they're... I'm so nervous. She's freaking me out for... She's freaking me out.
Point blank.
I took a few steps back and I just,
Gesture wildly to accommodate.
My name.
I just like to be prepared. That's all.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
sure
like
you do.
ducking down. I really want to try to get a look at
What do
it.
you
make a perception
accept
check.
as payment?
Gold or trade?
Not souls or faces?
Are you offering?
Don't... First off, she's lying.
Sadly, he has neither.
22.
22.
It's gonna be an actual baby.
Oh,
Stay tuned for Mondays Kickstarter launch.
Boy, howdy.
The Legend of Vox Machina animated special.
Gonna be amazing.
I'm just going to point out it's another chair. I feel they're connected.
This woman's chair, the wicker chair.
We've had wooden chair. This is now the order of the wicker chair.
What's one step?
No fucking way.
That will be the Society of the Stool.
Legends of Vox Machina, not a single character with tiny hands.
What?
We cannot guarantee that, Liam.
What?
She's.
Are you looking to buy?
Well, is it just the anti-venom, or do you have any other wares for sale?
I do have another healing potion, but I can't make more because I'm out of tumor moss.
Tumor moss?
Tumor moss.
You need 2 mimosas.
Little orange juice, little champagne.
That's the biggest throwback yet.
Tumor moss. Tumor moss.
Tumor moss, yeah.
Tumor moss.
I usually have to send the boy out to get it for me. But the local patches are dried up, so...
Yes, this is the farmlands have been... Farmlands and the livestock have been affected by something. Do you know
a place where there is some, if you want to get it for me, like a nice golden.
This is the weirdest production of The Secret Garden ever.
I definitely think we should get some for you.
Where do you know that there's tumor moss that still grows?
The hand kind of picks up and points over behind the right shoulder and says,
There's a small cove along the eastern bank of the Ifellon River. Surrounded by 7 trees, this grove is. The small bank. There you'll find the strongest batch of tumor moss this side of Xhorhas.
I want sheet music of that.
Say it loud.
If I had a fine white horse, I'd take you for a ride today.
How much for the anti-venom stuff that you have made?
I have 4 prepared. 50 gold apiece.
Yes.
So many mysteries.
I know we're starving.
All right, the house.
Yeah, so it felt like that was like several people, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. Madam Musk was super creepy and stuff.
You said you guys are doing a great job.
No, I didn't. I'm sure of it.
You guys?
They were really cute, though.
Who?
The kobolds.
There were kobolds?
Yeah.
Wait, there was kobolds under there?
She wants to be creepy, okay? Let her be creepy.
I don't know what's
You're saying that was just a bunch of kobolds?
And it was an act?
Those type of creepy people, they're always acts. They're scammers. That's how they make their living.
She
amazing.
Was very
the whole time.
eloquent compared to our past experience with. Okay.
I sit down. Oh, God. The seat taken?
It is now.
Correct answer. It's been cold. Not used to this.
Where are you from?
Where are you from?
starts drinking.
A little bit further south. Traveling. Touring.
What is your destination?
Currently, it was this barn.
Well, congratulations, you made it.
I did. Feel pretty good about that, too.
You should.
Looking for someone, though.
Well, I hope you find them.
Seems like a lot of people are missing these days.
Dangerous places, these fields.
Mm-hmm.
Grabs the drink and stands up and walks away.
Oh.
All these tiny little bubbles pop in the air around you, and emerging from it, these tiny, cute little hamster-sized unicorns that kind of float, dancing through the air. All right, that's your.
Now, let's let this happen. This is such an invaluable lesson to be learned here, actually, the more I think about it.
Kale's wanting to cheat the whole
Okay, it's 10
time.
points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Oh, she's down.
I'm out.
And with
Barely
that,
dying.
the final knuckle punch. There's this. The room gets quiet as you hear the breath suddenly fill the lungs of every creature watching in the room. And Bo kind of stumbles back. Grin curls up in the face as one eye kind of closes, and then
I know you're pain right now.
face first into the gravel. The room erupts into cheers and laughter. And to make a perception check, Ford.
8.
You back around the back side of the building and you lose everyone. You're like, where did they go?
Yeah, I just pick a direction and start like kind of jogging.
Again.
Roll a new character. Ceremonious end.
Guys?
Roll perception so low, he left the campaign.
Holy shit.
And it's a very, very tight space, but in the back corner you see the drow, arms crossed, kind of looking at you expectantly.
Did you call us here to give us back the diamond that we gave you? Because that's
Close the
very
door.
kind of you. Okay.
You close the door. It is dark. You can't see anything, Bo. Put the goggles on. You see the monk reaches into the pouch and tosses the diamond back to you.
Oh!
Say what?
Best fight ever.
You watch as the image of the monk shifts and fades. And what you see is a female elf. Dark skin, no hair, pointed ears, and the familiar blue and gray outfit of the monks of the Cobalt Soul.
It's
Shit!
She looks at you and goes,
I fucking knew it.
The fact that you're this far, it does not bode well. I am extremely curious
Just
how you
go up
happen
and
to.
give her a big hug.
Just a hug?
yes.
Thought you were dead.
She's been looking for you.
We're injured in Blade Garden. Haven't heard from you.
Yeah, that was a story to tell everyone.
I sent you a message.
I
Do you
know.
remember?
I do remember. The point was to not have you follow me east. But here we are. So, at the very least, let us go ahead and compare notes.
Oh my goodness.
And that's where we're going to go ahead. And welcome back, everyone.
Gotta keep us all humble, Matt.
The thing is, I don't know if the cameras are on me yet. Tonight, everyone's so happy that I felt like I could get away with this without getting, because everyone's happy. It's all a celebration, right? So he can't do anything to me. I'm untouchable. Yeah.
Knots going down tonight.
Good to know.
I, for one, am excited for your new
Also, before you start, Matt, I'm sorry, I forgot to do this in the intro. New stretch goals, guys.
Oh.
So we got this flask, normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we hit 7.5, we go up to this one. And if we get to 8.8, it's this one. It's this one. Those are the stretch goals. Where are you hiding that? This is a 4-gallon flask. Holds 28 bottles of wine or something like that. You won't even be able to see my face.
Well, in that case, let's definitely try and shoot for that.
Jester Beauregard and I are with a friend of Beauregard's not too far away, but I don't know. You're at the bar now? Reply to this message, bitte.
No, we left the bar. We went in the back alley. There's some barrels. And I'm trying to see if there's a street sign. There's no. You can reply to this message.
Is that Caleb?
Yeah, of course. Who else would it be?
I know. You know. Yeah.
Reply to that message, or was that just the reply to another replied message?
I don't remember anymore, but I'm just gonna keep casting message over and over again.
I apologize, one moment. We are not too far from the bar. In fact, we are only a few blocks away, but...
It was just a little down and then it was a left. Tell him you take a left and then you take a right after.
Second alley.
I think there was a store that had like...
I can't see the sun, so I don't know which way's north, but what if you... Can you clap? Clap real loud or something so we know where you are.
I'm not going to do that.
Caleb, talk quieter. We have to be quiet.
Go to the bar and wait.
Go in the bar.
Go to the front of the bar and I am going to meet you there.
This is nice.
Front of the bar, meet you there. We're going to meet them at the front of the bar.
At the front door?
The bar?
Are you leaving right now,
Caleb? We gotta go through the bar
Caleb?
again.
We gotta go through the bar.
Yeah.
Why don't we just go around?
Walk around.
Just
We can do that. We can do that. Let's go around.
We'll walk around the bar.
We're going to go around the bar and meet you at the front door.
Ask him, is it just him?
Just you. You can reply to this message.
I am coming I'm with a group of people, including people you know, but I am coming by myself. Stay there.
yeah, we'll wait.
What do you say?
This is such. Everybody's had this text conversation after.
But you stay there. We're going to move. All right.
We're going somewhere else?
We're going to go around the bar.
Oh, to the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're saving us seats for the movie.
Good deal.
We'll hold off on the.
Caduceus.
Yeah.
Look a little grumpier. Yeah, now give me, like a real sour puss. Yeah, now chew on the back of your teeth. Let me see your jaw move. There you go. Now keep that face while we're walking, all right?
Yeah, also bend your head down. Come to me. Bend your head down. I pull a little bit of mud out of my pocket and I slap it down on top of his
That's
hair.
cold. That's cold. That's really cold.
You're a mess. That's good. Let's go.
And something about these Dunamantic magics, as you mentioned, seems to be intrinsically tied to their movements as well.
So, suspicions, but no inkling as to motivation from the Empire side.
I have spent enough time working in the Empire to know that they are not to be trusted. And if anyone is to try and find a means to gain by pitting one side against the other, well, they are far more intelligent and clever than I am. And that is extremely scary to me.
You have intentions of pulling them down, you say?
With every fiber of my being.
That seems like a very tall order to me.
I'm not alone. I would also say, if you're going to walk through this town, do your best to not reveal such a thick Zemnian dialect. That would be an immediate giveaway.
This is the front. It's not my real accent.
What's your real accent?
All right.
One more question on the...
I need to go and collect my things, my birds, my materials for travel.
Did you name your birds?
No. Do not get too close.
You should have Jester name your birds.
I've named a bird once and it never came back.
Yeah.
So I do not name my birds.
She has a ferret named Sprinkle that has survived against all fucking odds, Tyrant. I'm just saying, maybe you can mix it up or something, maybe.
I knock on the door and say, "It's a weasel."
Weasel.
I appreciate your concern. I will say that weasels are not known for their ability to travel long distances with messages safely.
No, but they can hold their breath for a real long fucking time, apparently.
Noted.
Just throwing it out there.
No, that will be important to add to the archives of the Compilation.
Caleb, before we go,
What the fuck did
were
you mean?
you just BSing? Is this your real accent?
This is my real accent.
So you were lying.
I was lying.
Okay, well
So
then
clever.
you should seriously listen to her then, because that is a really noticeable
Can you try a
accent.
different accent?
I am terrible at accents.
Try one. Try one.
Try to
sound like me. Sound like me.
Try to sound like you.
Wow.
I am a little goblin.
Boy.
I like
Okay,
buttons.
do an easier one.
Gesture, yeah, like good gesture.
Like, I'm
Do a
closer
gesture.
to your
You got
accent.
gestures. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Oh, hi.
Yes!
I am loving pastries. And also, my god is... What? My god
It's better.
My god is so cool, you guys.
What about Ford? What if you did a little Ford?
amazing.
Little Ford.
Eldritch Blade.
No. I think you put extra consonants that aren't even there.
Eldritch Blade.
Please? There are no E's in that
I
word.
hope I don't sound like that. That is a ding to the old self-confidence.
I like to swallow a sword.
No, I never said that. That's not what I don't say that ever.
Don't talk. Just don't talk. Maybe. In like places where people can hear you and stuff.
That's nice.
Okay, wow. Well, maybe.
A lot like, honestly, that sounded a lot like.
Say technically. Say technically.
Technically. Technically.
Yep.
This counts as a long rest right now, I feel like.
By the end of this conversation,
You should go check the well there.
Maybe
All right,
we
we
can
can just
just
sit
like.
around up there.
So what's your name?
Oh.
She already has.
I'm with her.
That's right.
So what's your name?
Oh, God.
No, I'm not going to tell you that. Okay, bye.
And it's very lonely. And I've been having these dreams where these two beautiful bugbears come to me in the dreams. One is very voluptuous bugbear. The other is a very strong, and they come and they take care of me.
Wow, that sounds fascinating.
But they tell me to do bad things, and I've done the bad thing.
You did a bad thing.
Yes, my neighbors had some wolves, and they told me to kill them.
Some wolves?
I'm sorry.
You killed them.
You killed your neighbor. Listen.
I didn't mean to
I
kill
understand.
the wolves. They told me to do it.
You're doing the
They're
right thing
so
by telling me.
crazy.
I am somebody that can make this go away, but I need more details. All right, you can walk away from here scot-free without another worry. Where were your neighbors? Where do you live?
I live a little further in
Okay.
the spiral.
How long ago were these dreams? When did you kill their wolves?
I started having them about 2 weeks ago, and I killed the wolves 2 days ago. They don't know it was me. Please don't tell them.
No, they don't have to know. Now, have you had any more of these dreams or just the one time?
No, they've come by a few times.
Okay, all right.
They're very nice dreams.
Sometimes.
They're always very nice dreams.
Okay, fair enough. You ain't drinking from this well, is you?
No, I live by one.
Uh-huh. Oh. That's not as important to me. Tell you what, we will wrap this up if you will just take me where you live, and I'll make sure that your neighbors know that someone else killed their wolves, and you can go about your business. You understand?
Who are you?
You don't want to know that.
Okay.
All right.
I live this way. And he grabs the two sides of the cart and kind of pushes it forward and through the mud and, okay.
All right.
You're not going to tell anyone about the dreams, are you?
What dreams, Umadon?
The ones I told you.
No.
Waiting for it.
You asked me about them a couple times.
We never spoke. Never happened. Okay? Never happened.
You're blowing his mind right now. You can see like, but
inside.
Okay.
Talk to no one.
Okay.
Go. Okay.
Turns around and walk. Which should just give perspective here. There's probably a good like 7 inches of pure muscle and fur over Ford this entire conversation, but just this kind of demure demeanor of this bugbear in the face of this surprisingly intimidating half-orc.
Clothes?
Yeah.
What will I wear? It's fine. Yes, of course you can.
Really?
You're one of my closest allies and friends.
That is deeply kind of you.
Don't look at me while I change.
I want to try and blend in a little bit better.
Get the fuck out
of here. You do not need to attune to this. You don't have to take an hour to attune, which is nice.
Use something. And I pull out a written copy.
Laura Bailey.
We were all
Laura Bailey.
We were all there.
Right.
Of the cipher.
They both drift into the far corners of the chamber, and as they do, you watch as their body changes shape. Instead of the bugbear figures you see, the fur gives way to soft flesh, human-like. You see what appears to be leathery wings emerge from the shoulders of each of them, right as they back into the far shaded corners of the chamber. Let's have a roll initiative, if you don't mind. You got it.
Beauregard.
Is that your turn?
Ain't no slow regard.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh.
Wow.
No.
10. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. As a hasted action, and as you're a slender figure anyway, you just kind of dive through, come to a roll, and back to your feet.
Old school Superman cereal. Stop moving.
She ain't no slow regard.
45.
Look at her go regard.
Oh, no, Sam, no. Scoot into that corner there. You got it?
Yeah, I'm going to say they're dodgy. Be careful.
Simultaneous.
First, I will say, Ford, why did you kill me? And then I'll continue forward.
Okay.
Hold up. Nah.
We're talking
actually,
like it's an echo behind you in the hallway.
I will cast message to Ford. It's me from beyond the veil. You can reply to this message.
Double dash out the tunnel.
You go charging back as Jester's walking by with this large, her bright pink colored handy haversack she had made is now just splattered with like thick purple blood.
Where are you going? I got snacks.
Stacks of what?
Snacks.
Oh my god.
It's called a closet.
It's a called a closet?
Yeah. That's what we were fighting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Snacks for who, Jester?
For Yarn Ball.
Nice.
Yeah.
You don't need any help carrying that, right?
Would I know if that's okay for Yarn Ball to eat?
Where's everyone else?
I told them to wait a moment. I'm scanning the room and looking myself for any
No,
kind
you
of
can't be here by
door
yourself. You're
or
puny and weak. Oh, God.
a gate, a door. What's happening?
Oh no. Oh
Unsolicited whisper D&D Beyond, guys. They're looking for some new employees. You could work for the company that I'm about to run. Therefore, you're applying for the job of being my minion.
He's rolling.
He's rolling.
He's rolling.
What is happening?
Oh,
There's a second game of D&D going on back here.
Are you going to be mind controlled? Again?
No, there's no light source in there.
Something's been bugging me, Caleb. And while we're alone, I figure now's as good a time as any. I have a confession to make. A while back, I wrote a letter to someone that you know. Astrid. Remember her? Hello? You told me about her, and I think maybe it was a mistake in retrospect, but I wrote her a letter. I was hoping to maybe reconnect you. Someone from your past might... I'm over here, by the way.
The rest of you, what are you doing?
Time.
How long do we have to wait, though?
They don't. They're the ones that can do the message stuff.
You see Caleb turn and looking towards you all with this kind of half-cocked eyebrow, his head kind of tilted to the side slightly. In the back of your head, a little voice just says, "Light them up, pretty." I need all of you guys to roll a dexterity saving throw as Caleb lifts a hand and casts Fireball right on the front entranceway where you're all standing.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! I don't want to roll. A dex saving throw?
Flash and maintains, and you watch as a heavy hand pushes through, and another heavy hoofed foot steps through. You watch as this demonic snout with curved horns, bull-like but red and demonic it seems, tears through with big wings that flare out from it. You can see these like giant leather gauntlets of like some sort of strange hide with metal rivets built across the knuckles and the fists, kind of adorn its clawed hands as it pulls through and looks to the side at the other creature and goes,
"Is it ready? Is it ready?
You got it. That finishes your go, Caduceus. That brings us to Beauregard.
It's your go regard.
No.
It's your turn. So you
Deja vu.
Actually, no regard.
You see the succubus and incubus across the way. One of them is curled up into the corner. The other one seems to be lying in wait for something. And the large demonic creature that pulled through the portal. You can now see the tear where it pushed through. It's kind of just still kind of now hovering rift in space.
I'm going to grab her by her hair and bash her into the wall.
All right, roll for the roll for your attacks.
Fists.
Stop that Beauregard.
Your shitty pun affected that dice
I
roll.
agree. 13.
13 does not hit, unfortunately.
That was you.
Do it again.
Just blocking against the stonework.
Green leaf goldfish. It's better, but 16?
16 just hits.
Oh, God.
But I didn't vote.
Hey, that's a 2.
Are you okay?
He's not going anywhere.
Shield. I'm fine. You know, for 4 years we've all been like, what did he roll? It's fine. I'm fine.
That's a total of 8.
No.
A total of 8.
Yeah. 2 plus 6.
All right, that's a fail.
We need to talk about something?
Instantly gift.
Yeah.
Bonus action to do a flurry of blows.
You got it. Another key point. Go for it.
What the fucking fuck? Stop! It's gotta be you! It's gotta be you!
You've got to stop.
Both
That's
of those
3
suck.
for 3.
Stop it.
Every time you made that joke, you fucked your rolls up.
I have the power.
One's a 15, the other is a 10.
You have advantage in these attacks. That was your first.
They were.
Now it is Caleb's turn. You should make a death saving.
Sure,
throw for me.
at
Top of your
advantage. Fail.
Oh, yeah, 6 and a 1.
6 and a 1.
Down 1 death save.
You want to help him?
All right, Caduceus.
Yeah, ride or die. We're doing it. We're in it now. Everybody's in it.
Henry David Beauregard.
Don't roll any dice. You gotta count to like 20.
Oh, what you doing?
Interesting.
Forge on deck.
Oh my God.
Oh, now all the damage rolls come through.
Oh, that's 3 6s. Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck, you're
12, 18.
I'm out.
Okay.
Oh, I just need to take a walk.
Caduceus, you're out.
I'm out.
Second strike hits you.
For campaign 3.
It's auto hit if it's melee, so you lose 2 death saves.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. You don't have anything.
I do. But it's not great, but I do.
You do?
Yeah, the little goldfish. Isn't that cute? This is from Green Leaf Dice.
Oh my God.
Stop it. That's good. That's good. 10 damage.
How do you want to do that?
How do you want to do regard?
on that goldfish die.
Okay. How would I like to do this? It's an explosive arrow.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
So.
Oh no.
As you see it rush past a friend, you fire, and the bolt strikes towards it and
Third level.
detonates.
Oh no.
You watch as portions of the incubus are scattered across the ceiling, the walls, the floor, just
I celebrate.
dripping down. You celebrate like, yeah! And all you see is like the body of Caduceus, which is thrown about 5 or 6 feet from the explosion, land on the ground, charred and dead.
No! I run forward
Okay.
and I cast Revivify.
You still have
I have a
third
third level
spell?
left because
Oh
I have my
fucking
pearl
God.
of fucking power.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so combat's over. You go ahead and you pull out the diamond that you thankfully...
Got back.
Thankfully, that ogre didn't win that fight.
Oh my
or anybody
God.
else.
Thanks, Darren.
Is this a thing she has to roll for?
No.
It's so fast. It's
No.
within.
No,
yeah.
it's within 1 minute. So, as you see Caduceus burned, eyes partially open, the final breath escaped the body, kind of onto the stone. You rush forward, pull up the diamond.
Traveler, tell the Wild Mother that Caduceus needs help. And I place the diamond on his chest and I cast Revivify.
Okay. As you cast the spell, the diamond shatters in place into thousands of tiny, sparkling, glittering beads of light. They all kind of stop in place and float above him. As your hand's out in front, you see a second hand appear, spectral, green. And you see a cloaked arm around it as the traveler's hand is with you. And he pushes your hand forward into this series of sparkles, and it's warm to the touch, and you watch as they all gather around your hand. And for just an instant, you feel this presence, and you swear amongst the shadows. For a split second, you can see what looks to be this heavy tumbling hair and a matronly smile in the shadow above, but you blink and it's gone. And as you look down, the energy that's around your hand drifts into Caduceus' chest. You see all the sparkling bits of light kind of all going out, hundreds at a time, before all of them have transitioned into his body. And there's a pause. And the voice in your ear, the familiar voice, says, "I'm proud of you."
Hey.
Am I even at 1 hit point? Or am I
You're
just
at 1 hit
stabilized?
point.
Oh. That's nice. Is it over? Oh, that doesn't feel good. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I had the weirdest dream. Oh, that's stiff.
You'll never believe what I saw.
What did you see?
I saw your Wild Mother. She was looking over you and smiling.
Oh, I'm going to sleep. That's good.
We should probably sleep. He needs some rest, though.
Oh.
I think we all need some rest, and I sit up.
Is it over? Yeah. Hey.
Hey, Caddyshack.
Wow.
You had this strange vision in the darkness. You saw fields, beautiful, distant. You saw ice-covered lands. You saw a fiery forge. You saw historical glimpses of different families out there scattered. A warm breeze blew through, and the breeze blew east, past the mountains, past the wastes. You feel like you're on the right path, and you can't explain it.
Well, that was invigorating. Let's take a few minutes.
You both kind of approach, and kind of tucked and hidden with dirt placed over it, only slightly ever exposed, there's an object. It has just this ever so faint orange glow. Looks like it's a little bit exposed to glass or something.
You see that?
Yeah, that's weird.
You want to give it a little touch with your staff?
Should you make sure it's okay first?
We're poking it.
Let's have everyone pay attention to this for a moment. I think that might not be a bad idea.
What'd you find?
Want to try and identify it before we touch it?
And the spell, the information comes to you, and you can see in your mind's eye the full structure. It's a small disc-like piece of silver, a silver disc, about that wide, that contains a 3-inch glass sphere filled with mercury that kind of rests on the top. The glass that you see peeking through is that sphere, and the orange color is coming from the mercury itself, being the catalyst to some sort of arcane enchantment that rests within the disc around it. Sigils adorn it in kind of a rudimentary circle that are based around the orb, with 4 pieces of rough pink crystal wrapped in copper coils that are placed at the edges of this disc. Its construction is not super refined. It looks semi-fragile, but is functional at the moment. You gather from, because you get the properties of it. This is what's called an abyssal anchor, a crudely constructed abyssal anchor. It was used during the Calamity by demon generals and such to punch holes between the abyss and the prime-material plane to use for invading various places across the world of Exandria. Essentially, it would be placed and would slowly begin to tear the barriers between. So you gather that this was probably the slow-growing source of the various tears that have been happening in the city.
So it's not specific to one place. It is here, but also
it's a wide area.
Oh, hey,
How do you feel, Caduceus?
I'm alive.
That's
pretty good.
yeah.
Thank you.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice.
It's real good.
I appreciate that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I accidentally killed you yesterday.
Things die. Some come back. We'll talk later.
I don't want to do this moment without Taliesin.
Wow, it's so good! It's okay. Tea happens.
Pussy!
Nope.
What about it?
Is that the same one?
You glance across the street, and between 2 of the buildings, there's a hut, like a hut. It's made of stone and like a thatched roof. It looks old and weathered, and there is a wooden door. And on the door, you see hanging from a metal ring what looks to be. At first glance, it looks almost like a meal bell, like a dinner bell type thing, but it's a little like archway with a little path running through it, with the horizon in the center.
It's the same answer. I know!
I take off towards it.
Hello?
Hello? OMG.
The eye squints a bit, and it kind of rotates and goes to the other eye, which is not as cloudy, and goes,
What's that?
What do you think it is? What is on your door right here, man?
The door pulls open, and you see now, hunched down in the doorway, what looks to be an elderly gnoll, the hair mostly white and gray, this heavy walking cane, it's a crooked stick on the side. You see bits of the snout where the furs got away, kind of fallen out. You can see the kind of wrinkled skin, some of the spots that are coming through the bit of the snout. Some of the gums are missing teeth and are kind of blackened. It's older and not in the best health, but it seems to be. And the smell is awful too. It's
That would be some stinky breath.
some stinky Charlie's breath. Yeah.
Strange that fair folk were visiting old codger like myself, but he took me to pass the time, pissing off folks with pranks and pissing off my neighbour Brook Trash. It's a real right prick.
Really?
Yeah. And brought some liveliness back into my life, where I was mostly just kind of lonely, and promised he'd bring some gifts down the road the more I poked those nearby.
Did he?
Why, no, not yet. I'm just still sowing mischief as much as I can. The old, physicality's breaking down as the years pass on.
You look spry, totally spry. You got really nice ears, and I am a good knoll ear expert, after all.
Well, anyway, I kind of became my only friend, and doesn't visit often, not really, but I was telling me there's supposed to be some meetings.
He was telling me about the same thing.
In
yeah,
Undor.
yeah.
Around there. I told you the same.
Yeah, you're going to go. I mean, I hear it's going to be like the biggest rave ever.
Oh, I mean, other than Gimel, who helps at the butchery, you're the only other person I know who believes me.
Wait, who?
Gimel at the butcher.
Yeah, I can
I told
totally
him
understand
all
everything you're
about
saying.
my traveler, and he made fun of me for a while, but...
The Dragonborn butcher? That guy?
No,
wait.
Or you're
That was
thinking of
the
the
fisher.
gentleman.
It's an ogre was the butcher
The ogre.
that you met.
Sorry.
But you don't know who Gimel is. You haven't run into a Gimel yet.
Gimlet.
No, he's one of them orcish folks. How do you come to find him, huh?
Oh, well, he came to see me when I was really young.
Oh, how
Yeah.
long ago?
Oh, like years ago. Like, probably, like, it must be like... Oh, jeez. 15 years ago, maybe, Yeah. He was, like my age when he came to see me. And then we hung out and we were like best friends hanging out for a long time. And then, he got a little older and I think like more powerful, because he tends to do these sort of things. And then he seemed to come to see me less and less, but he still is, super prevalent in my life and stuff.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that.
I mean, I think I might be one of the originals, I think like if we go to this place in like a year, right? I think that I'm probably going to be like, pretty high up.
Well, I wouldn't know about that, but I've done quite a few deeds in his name.
I mean, do you have like a lot of spells from him? Because like I totally do.
No, but I've
brought the person back to life.
I've shot in at least 4 of the wells of this city.
Oh my God!
I smelled something when we went down there. I think that might be.
This makes so much more sense.
This is amazing.
It is.
We were on a boat a couple days ago.
She's like really famous and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty excited.
See?
I've never met a queen.
No.
No.
Like a little Elvis? Like just a little.
Be fair.
Any coins on the bottom of the fountain? Thank you, well, mother. Thank you.
The DM will remember that. No,
Have you ever tried baked goods with cinnamon in them?
Why do you ask?
Because they're really good.
I have not.
You should try it.
Good to know. I will keep this in mind next time I have the option of enjoying this cinnamon.
It's one of the top 10 foods. It's really good for you.
Plus, yeah, it's supposed to be really good for your health too. Yeah, it's good.
And you keep your pets close by. A voice rings out, kind of sourceless, around you. Visitors, you bear witness to the bright Queen Leilis Kreen. The woman in this throne stands in a sparkling warrior dress of crystals and mithril chain. Her beautiful dark gray-blue skin peeking from beneath the vibrant glow of glittering beads and armor plates. Her white hair topples from under a headdress of 3 white crystal ibex-like horns that curve to the back. Past her shoulders, the hair meets her waist from behind. Her piercing turquoise eyes look down at you from above a stern smile.
So, we understand if that's not possible.
I would like both of you to make deception checks, please.
That's really surprising me.
That's a 1, so I'll use this.
Change that timeline.
Way better. Still not great with my -3.
99 for me.
Was it?
9.
9?
10.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
I was trying to let you talk. It's your thing, but shit. Deception +8.
Okay.
Okay, a couple things.
We are instantly bad.
One, the warm expression of the queen becomes less warm and a bit more stone-faced. And specifically in the moment that you concentrate and utilize that fragment of possibility within you, there's a brief. Hold on. There is a brief, just a slight head turn of acknowledgement towards you and a curious look. A voice comes out from the side, to the left side of you, amongst the thrones, and goes, "My queen, if I could speak."
Who is this? Is that like you?
You look to your left to find the voice, and Lythir is standing there. "Of course." And she puts out a hand. Lythir steps forward and goes, "My eye has been caught by these travelers. For their smell is alien, their intent unclear. I myself still recover from wounds suffered along the western edges of the Ashkeeper Mountains, not a week before.
We fucked him up.
As does my partner, a lauded Echo Knight in your service, my queen. We came upon a troop of Dwendalian scouts seeking weakness in our borders, wishing subterfuge upon our brave soldiers. We did battle and slew many of their filthy ilk, but were forced to flee when the tides turned against us. When these creatures, these allies of the Empire, assailed us." The air leaves the room as every member of this court kind of stands to look down upon you. The queen leans back into her gate, and her staff hits the stone. In that silence, she looks down at you, her eyes now burning. "Is this true?"
Yep, that's true. Yeah, we did fight with some of your soldiers upon crossing into the dynasty. Yes,
But we're not soldiers of the Empire.
My queen, clearly the gentleman is confused. We too were found in an ambush and found ourselves assaulted from both sides. Your friend over here did not seem to take any special actions to ascertain the nature of our journey. We did trade blows, although I do not recognize him from that particular encounter, but yes, this did occur. We were trying to make our way to the City of Beasts, which we successfully did.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, Travis Willingham.
You got this one.
40 persuasion?
Yeah.
11.
Hey, that's over 10.
It's over 10.
This one goes to 11.
Her chin now raised. The warmth has vacated her face. The expression hard and angry. "I am curious why you would walk into my sanctum."
Yeah, me too. Seems real dumb right now.
That's it?
Have you nothing to say for yourselves?
We simply seek your aid.
Guards.
Wait. We have not been honest with you, it's true.
Guards, I'm gonna go ahead.
What are you doing? Where are you going?
He's getting a map. He's getting a map. He's getting a map.
Are we going to go into combat, Matt?
I don't know, it's up to you guys.
There's no
If we do, this combat is powered by our friends at Dwarven Forge.
Oh, shit.
They just...
I am sorry. We are sorry. We have come to bring you something. We have come to bring you something. We have come a long way.
No. Oh, no. Just get arrested, man. Just get arrested.
I think we should do it.
Oh, Jesus.
They've pushed Caduceus onto the ground. Yasha is currently being put into shackles.
Please, spare us. He's my husband. You have my husband. You're holding my husband.
There's no attention being paid.
The Empire is working against you. Wildmount is working against you. And we have brought the proof, if you will allow me to show it to you.
The Zyther across the way goes, "What proof?"
I need to approach my friend. I mean no harm. I need to remove something from...
Make a persuasion check.
Oh boy, this went perfectly in my head.
16.
16. You have a moment. Anything strange, and I take off your head.
Chester, I am coming to you, okay? I am just going to open this bag.
Careful,
As you
there's a
reach
lot of
for
sludge in there.
it, you hear the sound of many blades being drawn as you reach for the bag. Echoing through the immense chamber, the bright light bearing down on top of you. You can feel the sweat beads forming and dripping down your forehead and gathering in your brow.
I say this as a child of the Empire. Connected to inner circles there long ago. And I reach in and grab the dodecahedron.
Okay.
Oh God!
And lift it into the air.
I thought you were gonna get out the tripod first.
No, go big or go home.
Okay. The minute you pull the dodecahedron out, you hear the clattering of metal. Ting, 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 ting. Gasps. If you thought air was escaped from the room before, it is a vacuum now in silence. The thrum of the object in your hand, the light pulsing like the heartbeat since the moment you found it. You see every eye upon you, and the queen, the bright queen herself, Layla's Kryn, has stepped around the art object, the symbol that sits before her throne, and looks down straight into it, her eyes wide. You see tears forming at the corners of her face.
I am of the Empire, but I am no friend to the Empire. One of your own came to retrieve this and fell. And I bring it to you. And I set it down in front of Jester, 2 or 3 feet in front of her feet, and raise my hands back into the air.
Everyone is just locked in on this, and slowly they all begin to look to the bright queen. She holds her staff up and says, "Release their bindings." One by one, you find your chains, your manacles pulled away. The queen takes a step, and another, and approaches, tall, elegant with each step. She approaches, and she's even more imposing, more beautiful and ethereal the closer she gets to you. She sets her staff aside and reaches down from the handles, picks it up. You bring us hope. And you have undone one of many great wounds against us today. I have no words. My emotions burn within my chest. If you are no friend to the Empire, you have certainly today become heroes of the dynasty. And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Oh my god!
Because it's 10 o'clock and I want to do Taliesin and this when we come back in a couple weeks. Plus it's a fun moment to finish.
Oh, that's right. We're taking next week off.
Take next week off, yeah.
This is my friend.
Hi.
Not the brave. Her husband is here in this kingdom. I don't know if he is here or somewhere else in your great nation. We have come to look for him. And hopefully, today leave with him. We are small pieces on this game board, and I don't pretend to know all the pieces moving on either side. But I know that there are people where I come from who are watching for you, and I know there are people here watching from where I come from. Some may know better than I, but I know that Not's husband is somehow tied to your beacon and the war. We'd like to take him back, and I am only hoping that our offering today makes that somewhat easier to do.
Is what he says true?
It is, Your Majesty, but not just my husband. He's the father of my child, and I have been desperate to get him back, to make our family whole again. Surely, even someone of your great stature must realize that reuniting a family with its core and with its child is the most important thing a mother could ask for. We may have fibbed a bit coming in the door, but hopefully you will see that our intentions are true and noble and honest. I don't know what he's done to become imprisoned. He's gotten wrapped up in this whole magic business, but I just want him home with his son.
Shadowhand, can we confirm there has been some kind of Imperial Goblin capture?
He's not a goblin like I am. He's a different sort. He's very handsome. He has bushy hair, pale skin, these long sideburns. I always told him to trim them, but they're very long. He's a halfling man. His name is Yeza Brenato. He's a chemist.
The Shadowhand goes, yes, we do indeed have this figure in our Dungeon of Penance.
I'm sorry, Dungeon of Penance?
And she puts her hand up. When this discussion is over, you take them with you to see this prisoner. Thank you, Shadowhand. It is known as a Luxon beacon. It is the body of the Lord of Light himself. A long time ago, before the gods came, the Luxon, the first light, came to this cold, dark world. And in his solitude, not understanding what he was, saw this lonely ball of rock, as lonely as he, as she, as whatever it is trying to discover it is. And it embraced it and scattered itself to bring fire and life that gave birth to the elements, gave birth to the seas. And the many parts of the Luxon still reside buried within Exandria. We have recovered 4. And we lost 2. And we have 1 back now, thanks to you. We believe there are many more out there.
These beacons are at the center of the consecution. When one has proven their faith, through word and deed, they are claimed by one of the ruling dens and taken to be soul-bound to the Luxon through the consecution. Should a consecuted's body die while within range of such a beacon, The soul does not pass on to the outer planes, whatever gods would vie for its dominion. The beacon draws it back. And when a child is given life within that same range of the beacon, the spirit is given another life.
I know it.
We seek out these children and return them to their dens, and through guided meditation, unlock their past, their lives. I have lived through several, as has the Bright Queen herself. Losing a beacon is losing a source of our cycle of rebirth and attaining a more perfect soul to eventually become an Umavi.
What is an Umavi?
An Umavi is a perfect soul. One who's lived enough lives to have learned the secrets, to learn the true meaning of why they are here, and to bring a fragment of the Luxon's puzzle to it when it is reborn, to give it purpose.
We do not wish to commit genocide. But defending us means that innocents will die, perhaps. But you have not seen the things I have seen. You have not known the atrocities of the calamity like I have. In these 1,200 years that I have lived and lived and lived and lived again, I have also known that the people who live under such banners themselves believe what they've been fed. So, if there are those you care for, and those you believe do not deserve the hammer that will fall upon those lands, then perhaps you should tell them to leave. For war's coming. We cannot stop it, because they will not. And I'm not about to let them have the first and final strike.
Understood. I think...
Shadowhand, Essek, I assign you to be their steward for the time being. Help them find a place to stay, perhaps show them to the firmaments of the city. Maybe to find their next fortune, to learn and keep handy.
I'll tell you what, though. For the first time in a very long time, I feel hopeful.
You look like you feel hopeful, Caleb.
Keep the frown on, keep the frown on. Don't break.
I'm not breaking.
On Yeza.
While she's casting, I'm gonna start getting drunk.
Okay.
No, I pull whatever you're drinking down.
I need it!
No, you don't. I smack her. You don't need this.
What?
You're all the woman you need to be.
You're so tall, but your slaps are so ineffectual. It's like you rub her wrists or something. It did almost nothing to me. Nothing at all. What? How do you even hold the falchion?
Oh no.
Oh.
Don't make Ford cry.
Made fun of his tennis wrist. Come on.
Let me drink my drink.
No.
I'm scared.
Yes, but you love him. You don't want to be drunk the first time you see him again.
I'm just gonna.
I was drunk the first time that we. All right. I won't get drunk.
What? We're here. But not needs to let you know. She looks a little different.
My name's not. Veth.
That is not.
That's confusing.
She still loves you. Okay. Oh.
Come on. 25, right?
You don't have to use all the words, but
Don't say that.
Come on.
We're on our way.
We're on our way. You got it. Is it impolite, forgive me if it is, to ask how many years you have been through the beacon?
Interestingly enough, while I am consecuted, I have not gone beyond the first life yet.
Ah.
I am what you would refer to as a prodigy of dunamancy, and the Den was very kind to accept me for one comparably young as myself. I've only in partway into my second century, so.
It'd be a great honor.
This is. Anyway, there appears to be a bedroll that is tossed in the corner and a pot. And you see off in the corner, knees to the chest, looking forward, kind of spooked, a halfling man, kind of curly, matted brown hair, gaunt, pale, bags under his eyes, wearing just a basic cloth tunic that looks like somewhat torn in one sleeve, remnants of a vest, actually looks partially eaten, slacks that appear to be scraped and torn in places, but Aaron is just kind of knees clutched to the chest.
He's in there by himself. Are you?
I'll cast disguise self on myself, and I will look like Veth Branato, dark skin, bushy eyebrows, gold band across her hair, long dark hair, necklace made of buttons, gray dress, little booties. Some baubles and trinkets all over. That's it. But you go in first.
Yeah, you go in
really
first.
Good. Okay, set me up.
Okay. I walk in.
Who's there?
Guess who it is?
Jesus.
Wow.
Fucking
Yeah, that's
serious? He's been eating this shirt.
Fucking Alcatraz.
Will I die? I don't know.
Sean Valjean, 20 years breaking rocks.
We've got balloon animals.
I don't have a word limit now, buddy.
Makes me so sad. As soon as you say that, he kind of skitters back a bit. I recognize that voice.
Yeah, right? Just like I said, yes, sir?
You weren't lying. You were...
No. You're not crazy, I swear.
He kind of scrambles up a little bit, like getting to his feet and kind of catches himself on the wall, a little woozy.
Yeah, take it easy. You've been down here I don't know how long.
Where is she?
She is waiting outside the cell. I'm just coming in because I want to let you know, that, as you know, things are a little different than they were before, right? But she still loves you so much that we all had to come here for you. We came really far to rescue you because she loves you so much. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And just keep an open mind and remember that, sometimes we look different, but in our hearts we're still very much the same.
Do you have any food and water?
Yes. I looked through my bag.
Stale, busted ass.
Really?
Penicillin growing.
Yeah, I get like it's a really crusty. Okay.
And it's just scarfing.
He's eating cordyceps.
Yeah, and here's a little taste of honey.
It's been a while.
Don't make yourself sick now.
Water?
Yes. I have a canteen, I think.
By the way, all the Mighty Nine is in the hall going,
Just finishes off the wineskin, hands back.
You're welcome.
It's his burp.
It's how I imagined it would be.
While all this is happening, I'm just kind of keeping an eye on Essek.
Okay.
Just kind of lightly.
Okay, well, close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Come on in here then. I'm going to
walk into the room.
slowly
Oh
back
God.
away.
Hi, sweetie. It's me, Hans Buns.
His eyes open and blink, and then rubs them. I thought the packages were a joke. Somebody was playing on me. Was
No,
that really you?
it was me. I was trying to make sure you were taken care of. I know you're a terrible cook, and
Unless it's compounds, yeah. Where have you been?
a lot has happened. When we separated that night, I was taken, and terrible things were done to me, and I was changed a bit.
It's okay.
No, don't touch me. Not yet, anyway. I'm sorry. It's just what you're seeing is not how I really look. It's an illusion. I look much different, and I'm afraid you won't like it, and that's okay. Because it's not me. It's what they turned me into.
You think that matters?
Yes, I do. It matters to me.
It's still you, right?
It is.
And you're alive?
I am.
That's the best news I've heard in a long time.
If I show you, will you promise not to laugh or cry or, throw a rock or something?
I promise.
She's really strong, so if you did, she might just
I would cut you.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say restrain. He's my husband.
Don't you hurt my friend.
What? Who?
She loves you so much.
Okay. Who is?
She's my friend. I have a bunch of friends. They're all outside. They're probably poking their heads in right now.
Just one hand sticks out.
Hi, friends.
Yeah. They helped me get here, and they helped me find you, and they're going to help me become me again someday. But for now, they've helped me get to you, which is the best gift ever. And I'm so happy you're alive. I saw Luke. He's okay.
Is he okay?
He's okay. He's fine. He's safe in Allfield right now.
Okay.
But actually,
when they attacked, I was luckily he was at Edith's, and I was afraid until you began to talk to me, but I didn't know what to trust anymore. I've been kind of in a daze. I'm sorry.
We have a lot to talk about. I don't know if they'll let me take you away from here today, but for now, just know that my only existence has been getting back to you and the boy this whole time, and I'm sorry it's taken me this long.
It's okay.
I'm going to just back out of the room. Just give you guys some privacy.
They turned me into a monster, honey. And I won't always be like this, but Bo made a good suggestion. Maybe just come over and just take my hand first.
As he reaches out, there's like a trepidation, almost like he's afraid you'll disappear. He touches your fingertips and takes your hand and kind of just runs his fingers over yours.
It's a little weird, right?
Maybe, but you're warm.
Touch my face.
There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, maybe the touch thing doesn't. Maybe that makes it even creepier somehow. No, yeah.
And it kind of like finds the ears. And it's like, oh.
Those are long. They're long. They just keep going. Just keep going.
It just touches kind of the nose and the lips and the chin.
It's a mess. It's a nightmare place. This whole area is just rough.
But it's you, right? It's Sveth.
It's me. I mean, I think it is. It's me. It's me inside. But it's the wrong body. It's the wrong body, but it's the right me. So here, I'll just show you, and I'll drop the spell.
There's a brief moment where you just hear the breath kind of. And you watch him process.
I kind of turn around slowly.
As you turn around, you feel his hand touch your shoulder and stop you. It's still you, though, right?
Yeah.
That's all that matters. It'll take a little getting used to. I don't even. That's a lot of teeth.
It's a lot of teeth. Yep. We don't have to kiss or anything. I don't even know how that would work. I mean, when I spent some time with the goblins, they held me prisoner, and they don't really kiss. I can see why. It would just be like a lot of clacking.
Yeah. Like throwing all the dishes into a pile. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can. I know I'm hideous. You don't have to hold back.
He just goes in and takes you and wraps his arms around you.
I'll hug him back. Squeeze his little butt.
I hope you like lavender.
No words. Just holds you. The shadow hand just stands there smiling and goes, very well. Seems that not all forms of interrogation are effective, but alternate means can be. The prisoner is free to go. He is your charge now.
Really?
Of course. We have what we need. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Are we free to go? Do I believe him?
Make an insight check.
I mean,
Have I seen
don't
any?
sense lying at this point.
Natural 20.
What was your question? I will be happy to do this. The deal did not mention covering meals, so those you'd have to pay for, unfortunately.
Like a cruise?
Boy, I would hate to hear the Bright Queen was upset to hear that her special guests were not treated to every luxury you have.
I believe their words.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm good at those.
Hold on. Ford, I believe the words she used was heroes of the dynasty.
You heard it. 23.
We could comp you
Scratch my cheek with
a
that
simple
silver
meal and
medallion.
maybe a bottle of wine.
Always need more paper.
Hey, did
and
we
ink.
divvy up our cash that we got from
Oh no,
Lady
we didn't.
Olio's?
2,000 gold split 7 ways.
Yeah.
2,000
He just goes, wait, how much money?
Oh, things are different now, babe. We
risk our lives for ridiculous sums of gold. Also, we're pirates.
285 for everybody. There you go.
His eyes just go wide, like.
Yeah, these guys have gotten me into a new line of work. Chemistry's good, baby, but killing's better.
The killing is better.
Killing?
Only when it's a defense thing. In self-defense.
That's patently untrue.
You are being facetious. Adventure. You mean, yes, there has been violence on the road. We've been attacked multiple times.
We are mass murderers.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
That's not true.
We're pirates, though. We are pirates.
So you're mercenaries?
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
Sometimes.
That's actually pretty neat. Yeah. Wow, my wife's a mercenary.
Yeah.
What have you killed?
Oh, what was that big thing with the baby?
Manticore.
Manticore?
You killed Manticore?
Yeah, not Veth. Killed a manticore.
Yeah, and there were some other things too. Some gnolls.
Yeah, lots of notes.
Regular
Yeah,
ones.
the gnolls are a problem out there. Yeah, we've had them become issues in the outskirts of Elderwin.
A giant clockwork mechanized killing machine.
We got
what was
attacked by
that?
a giant blue dragon.
What was that crazy demon thing we just fought in the last?
I don't even know what that was, but
Yeah,
definitely
could've been anything.
succubuses and stuff.
Don't we have some of the organs?
Oh, we have a heart.
No, they all kind of turned to sludge.
Except for the heart.
Except for the heart.
It's in the bag.
Why should show him the heart?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Can you science that?
Yeah, do you know what that came from?
And he goes forward and kind of looks, well, it looks like the outskirts of it are heavily carterized. There's definitely no blood flow from the standpoint there. I can't even surmise the sludgy texture. I don't even know what. Wow, this is. You.
It started as like a hobby, but then it just got more intense, and now,
The farthest I've been is Zadash. I can't wait. I want to hear about every other places you've been.
Oh, you guys have so much catching up to do. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Bird is right. Talking on a macro scale is good, but what are the next, medium steps?
Well,
Talk small, talk big.
we could try taking this wacko job or whatever and see what kind of people we would be working for,
We bolster the trust of these people we are with right now.
Yeah.
Learn more, and then we'll be able to, like you said before, Bo, we need to know more before we can really make any long-term plans.
That's true. If he was like a piece of shit
Me too.
about it.
It's funny because, we read all these books and stuff, and that's not at all the way love is described in the books that we read.
You mean the porn books that we read? Those?
Well, are they like porn, though, or are they just like the way relationships are for real, though?
Oh boy.
Well...
It's okay, we don't have to talk about it tonight, so I know everything already. It doesn't matter, and I turn over and go.
Just learned about romance from porn. Oh no!
Uh-oh, someone ordered a pizza.
I mean,
Now
fix
they're
your
in
pool. I don't have a pool.
Okay. You pass, Bo. That's a stick.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, I haven't showered in a while.
What are you doing with a random ass stick in your armpit?
Look, we went down a well. You know what? I fought Dyron in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, there's lots happened.
Anyway, we should be heading off.
What's your name?
I leave.
Ooh. Shit. All right.
His name's Ford.
Ford.
Yeah. Ford Tough.
And he kind of.
Have you heard of him or something?
No, he
I'm
just.
watching this.
He walks towards the edge and kind of looks out the door and goes, "Hey, come in here a second. I want to talk to you."
What do you need?
So you said you grew up in the Menagerie Coast, right?
Right.
Around hoity-toity human folk?
Yep.
You walk around like you got something to prove?
Is that what it looks like?
From where I'm standing, yeah. Because I'm going to tell you something. They don't matter. Yeah, we got a history. Some of us, we don't let that blood rule us, huh? I know you feel the anger there every now and then, but don't let them define you.
What blood you talking about?
What? There's blood. He kind of scratches out of his shoulder and bleeds a bit from his fingernails. They're kind of grimy, and you can see like the coal and dirt and stuff that's under them. The blood that we came from. Don't be ashamed of that.
They, don't look unkindly on our kind where you come from?
Don't get too many human folk up north.
Why'd you come here anyway?
Well, I had an apprenticeship up north, or was trying to go for it, but they, it's a bit dangerous in the Alps to get to the Sanctum, so I, head south.
Dangerous for someone your size?
When you're traveling solo, yeah.
If you had the right folk heading up that way, would you consider heading up there again?
He looks around the shop. Maybe. Making easy money here, not too bad. Feeling a little, I don't know, stifled by all this night. But, you know, I'm learning, I'm training. Look, I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm just saying. You're walking everywhere with your pelvis forward like that and looking to start a fight with anybody that calls you on, well, that attitude, you're gonna end up shivved.
I appreciate you looking out.
I'm just saying. Don't let any of that bullshit affect you. Just be confident in who you are. Don't try and prove anything.
And try not to let the heat get to you in here. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Warsh.
Maybe, Ford. Maybe.
And you see, turn around as you say hello, a female orc. Middle-aged, rotund in robes and a heavy shawl on. Crazy, wild, like lion mane of hair that goes and covers most of her face, some of it getting in front of her eyes. She has what looks to be some sort of long eyepiece, like an eye patch almost, but it's a long tube with like a reddish-orange glass on the tip. Her jaw is a little bit forward set, and you can see one heavy tusk that seems to have curled up and begun to like at least pierce or push into this part of the upper lip where now the skin is pushed in. But turns around and kind of looks at you, the one eye here, and lifts up the other piece and it slips down a bit, and she has to readjust it. And it slips down a bit, and goes, takes it off and sets it on the desk nearby. A bunch of papers kind of to the ground as she does it. Turns back. Hey, so sorry. So, hi. What's going on? Hi.
May we have a moment?
Yes, please.
Could you turn around, please?
It's my room. I'm not going to do that, but thank you. But you can go. Oh, here. This will help.
Do you know that cantrip?
Yeah, I can cast it an unlimited amount. I am very tempted by the things she is showing me, but I find it hard to go back to our group with no coin and these.
What if we do, like, take the gems as a down payment, and then we come back for an item?
Doesn't seem like the deal she was offering us.
I'm counter-offering. I'm negotiating, man.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Because, I mean, we got to come back and report that we've done things, right? So we can do halves and halves, and then maybe we can figure out what we want, or we can just take items. She said 2 items?
Yeah, that robe and that ring are very tempting to me, but...
I mean, I think Caduceus would love that staff.
I don't know, I've had trouble convincing you that I am not an asshole, and to go back to our party with nothing in hand for the rest of them does not seem wise to me.
Well, we're coming back in hand with a job.
Pro bono, if I come back with stuff.
Well, we know where the stuff is. Can take the gems now because we know gems are good. And potentially come back for stuff at a later time. Does that make sense?
It's a simple plan. Sure.
What I don't know.
No, I mean, I want the stuff, but it just doesn't seem wise. Let's take the gems.
It happens.
I will fucking pimp slap you.
It was him.
That was Taliesin.
I'm just over here minding my business, worrying about my doomed campaign.
I'm sorry, the shade is just normally from you.
It was shade towards your dice, it wasn't you.
The offer still stands. She will still pimp slap you.
Yeah, you've deserved it at some point in your time.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Well, we'll figure this out later.
You are being punished.
Yeah, 8 plus 5 is
13.
13. Double eights.
Double eights.
Double eight.
Exploding arrows at the dying friends.
Well, you see, I've already cut quite a few gems for a number of the dens.
Everybody is hating on me.
Oh, buddy. No.
You suck.
What you got?
Fucking goblins.
I got a chemist with me, so no fucking around anymore.
Oh, you got a chemist!
Kind of glances over and is like, and just like gets behind you and hides. And he's like,
I'll take care of you, baby.
Is that a halfling?
Maybe.
And a goblin?
Yeah.
Kinky. No!
yes, just goes, I don't like him.
Yarn ball, you can ride with me for it.
Yaza, I think you should stay here.
I am, yeah, and you see he looks conflicted for a minute. He goes like, I don't know where you're going, and it sounds dangerous, and I'm definitely not, I'm not as skilled as you at these things, and your friends. I also really hate being alone right now. So I don't know what to do.
What if you had some pets? Would that be different or
help.
the same?
Oh.
Yeah, I have pets?
Well, I Do you have Nugget?
Well, can I?
Of course you can. He's very friendly.
Reaches out to pet Nugget, and Nugget suddenly goes, huh? And vanishes. He's like, oh.
Oh no!
And then appears next to him and is like licking his hand. He's like, oh, oh, God. Oh, that helps. Yeah.
It's working.
She has a weasel as well.
Why are you offering up all of my awesome pets?
It's my husband. He's lonely. Give him your weasel.
Sprinkle.
This is a ferret.
No, it's a weasel.
It's the same thing.
You have to keep him next to you all the time. You have to keep him on your neck because he needs it for warmth.
Okay, I can try that.
And feed him whatever you're eating. He likes the crumbs of all sorts of things.
Okay. Hi.
And
Sprinkle.
yeah,
I mean, whoa.
he pees on you. Be careful.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
We can,
Okay, well, that's better.
we'll check in too.
Sure. Be nice.
Okay.
Don't say holla.
Okay.
Are you with me on this? Oh, okay.
That's traditional Zen.
Hey, Luke. It's the blue lady you met that one time. I'm with your mom and your dad. They love you. They're cool. And okay.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Two, though. Yeah, I think that was a good amount.
Are you okay too?
Yeah.
I forgot.
I don't know where this is coming from, but wow. Hello? I don't hear you anymore. Are you there?
Oh, God.
Hello?
What is happening tonight?
Blue lady? Blue lady, I can't hear you anymore.
He sounds like he's pretty good.
Okay.
It's just like the kid who opened this closet that one time and there's a fucking troll in there, close and run. The rest of his life, he knows something happened even though it was gone when he went to check again. Never okay again. I'm not saying that happened.
Totally alive, and he sounded really healthy and stuff.
Escaped with our lives and a good amount of our equipment.
And what do you have to show for this encounter?
We have sent word to Rosanna.
How many did you kill?
We have not killed any yet because we are awaiting reinforcements.
You are wearing a lot of jewelry for someone that does not.
I have earned this.
If you raise your voice one more time, we might just have to take you back with us. You don't get to talk anymore. Anybody else point us in the direction of these giants so we can help you keep your job?
The other guards looking at each other like,
Captain Ford.
Yes.
Perhaps also if there's some witnesses to the actual event who were of sound mind to perhaps see what kind of giants these were and if they were armed or otherwise if they seemed to be interested in something in the mine, something
Foreman,
like that.
did you manage to keep any of your workers alive?
yes, there are many
Not
around.
to talk anymore.
I think
You can point.
He points to the rest of the entire grouping of people around.
Tell you what.
One's further back.
I'm waiting for it.
And it chucks a large stone that woof, is heading right for Yasha.
Okay.
Welcome back, Ashley Johnson.
Here go. All right, Yasha, Ford, what are you guys doing?
I look at the giants and I say, my wise and handsome friends, these fine folks are our allies and here to help. When you are able, please make your way to the right side of this here camp and take a load off. Take a seat and the danger will pass.
Okay.
Thank you, Preacher Man. Yeah.
Both of them kind of look up at you and well, one of them's going
They'll attack if provoked, but they're our friend.
They make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Zorn would be the one with more information.
And points towards the whale that goes,
we ran away from our home up the mountain. Something terrible is happening there, and we came here because we needed a place to stay, and our weapons weren't as effective against these things. So we came for metal, hoping it would help.
Told everybody.
And she begins to say,
As they said, it was the hum.
The hum.
The droning through the halls of our Bran. The creatures buzzing and flying, piercing our friends, siphoning away their spirits and life. They wither. At first, before all of this, we didn't know where the smell was coming. But from the bone pit, a strange glow was discovered by Umbad, my brother. But we didn't think anything of it until the small nightmares began to come. We tried to fight, but our clubs and rocks glanced off of their beastly horned hides, and I know better than to know that something small does not make it not dangerous.
Coming?
Fuck! Give it to me, I will tell you what it says.
It's a love letter. What does the locket have in it?
It's a rickroll.
Inside, there is a somewhat debaucherous image of a dark elf woman who's barely covered. It looks like it's been very, very, very carefully painted by hand.
Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down.
I'll be in my mining fort bunk. Caleb sits on the ground and begins to, he pulls out the one book and begins to
Take it,
ritual.
make sure it's not magical.
Okay, he's doing his thing.
Is it magical, Caleb?
10 minutes later, he's ignoring Jester.
Give him a second. Caleb, is it magic though? Is it magic? Can you tell if it's magical?
I have a very unique
Just to
brain
read it.
and I can push
Just to read it. Just to read it. To read it. Just to read it.
Just to read what?
Read the. I want to read it. Read it out loud.
Well, but it's, I can't understand
Just
it.
read it. Just read it.
The three giants are right outside going.
Caleb is just like.
We're shouting over top of each other.
So you're casting
comprehend language.
Comprehend language, okay, and you can read it.
Yeah, 10 minutes later.
What's it say?
It reads, "My dear, sweet Bodo."
Hot
We got all the embarrassment shit we need. Keep going.
Did it, but triple the embarrassment. Yeah.
It is difficult without you at my side these days. It goes into a lengthy description of their torrid affair and the importance of keeping it secret.
How did Bodo like it?
Bodo, it seemed to enjoy it.
Any way you could get it.
No, but where did Bodo like it?
Oh, God. Oh.
You learn
Matt, don't
this lascivious union that they've carried on for quite some time.
I need specifics, man.
What's the woman's name?
They were into food stuff.
Oh yeah, what's it signed?
It's just signed as a V. That's all.
As a V?
Yeah, it's there's elements of it that are kept somewhat vague. You get the sense as like this communication is designed to be as much as they can on the DL.
Can I have some of this?
They all kind of look at each other. They gesture towards it.
I pull off the juiciest leg.
Okay. It's partially in the fire, so you actually like reach into the flame for a minute, and you kind of pull it off. It snaps, and kind of part of it kind of dangles a little bit as you pull it out, and they kind of all begin to lean in.
Water.
They all lean in to watch.
I've missed this.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while, and it is delicious.
It's been a while.
I hate you all so much. I hate you all so much.
Sitting on that.
That is a reaction spell.
I finish the leg, I lick my fingers, and I walk back to the bubble. But thank you very much. That was
They all kind of.
very good.
Yeah.
You eat it and it's delicious, and you're like, yeah, I did it. And you both go back to bed, and you recall the spiders of the Vermaloc. They're massive and they're venomous. Jester, you start getting a little bit of that sound in your stomach. You are considered poison for the next hour.
I feel like I'm gonna get the spins.
Spins?
Yeah.
What's a spin?
Oh, the spins.
It's where you're pooping, but you have to throw up at the same time.
Oh, God!
You are going to squirt. Do not do it inside of the dome.
Get out of the dome.
No, but they're going to step on me if I leave.
Like a lawn sprinkler.
Just get out of the dome.
I accompany Jester and hold her hair back.
Hey.
Might not be what you're
How does that help her ass?
I hold her hair back, and it's super awkward while she's squatting. Yeah.
Okay.
Bonding.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation, please.
An evening of
Just lavender scents.
Every time
Just Harry
before I
Potter it up.
every time before I have to fart, I use thaumaturgy to make it sound like birds chirping so nobody can hear it.
Definitely one of the most unique uses of thaumaturgy, I think, in my experience so far. Okay, so after an evening of bonding, a full night's rest is gained for your 20 on an investigation check.
Greater? What is that?
One greater and two regulars.
Ooh.
Creepy.
Ooh, you're rummaging through that while you're on the moorbounder with me, Ford.
Yep.
What do you find? I hear clinking.
That is hot, looking through a pharmacy bag.
Just found some what looks to be healing potion.
Oh, really? That'll be useful.
Yep, for the non-clerics, it'll go a long way.
That was really cool how you found that stuff.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, I figured it was just probably sitting there waiting to be discovered. Just needed a keen eye.
That's true, that's true.
It's old school.
Who do you think needs these healing potions the most?
Oh. I don't know. Caleb's pretty weak. He goes down a lot.
I've heard that.
Who else?
No. I mean, I guess I could use one. I don't have any.
No, you don't have any healing potions, Jester?
Well, no. But I have spells, so, you know. Bo could probably use one too. She's always up in the front.
Yeah, it's true.
Low branch.
Oh, shit.
I tell you what, how about we use this regular for Caleb?
Okay.
We use this regular for Bo,
Okay.
and we'll give you this super powerful one.
Ford, do you have any healing potions?
Nah, but you always look out for everybody, so you might as well have it.
Yeah, but what if I can't get to you? You keep it for yourself, and when you take it, just think of it as a spell from me, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
And also, have you seen this fucking locket? Look at it.
That's a very risque photo, Jester. Would you close it?
Fucking birds.
What?
Nothing. We just haven't talked a lot lately, that's all.
Yep. Seems like Yarnball has got a good, relationship with you. What do you call it?
Yarn ball?
Yep. It's a good dog, horse, cat.
Ford, you're being really awkward.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm disarming
You're
you.
being so awkward with me.
Yuripa. You hear the voice of Suna. up ahead, holding her staff forward, and the red trees that you've been used to seeing, the beautiful but generally unchanging scenery begins to shift as you can see beyond this immediate cluster. The coloration goes a bit gray. It loses its saturation. To the buzzing sound.
What? I thought we were fighting the buzzing sound.
Oh no.
Yes.
These creatures were just making growling noises. You hear a
Here we go.
sound that begins to just echo, seemingly sourcelessly from up above. As you're casting spells and you guys don't really know where it's coming from and forward, as you finish throwing your 2 bolts, you glance up just in time to see something shadowy dive down from above.
Oh no!
Oh. What is that? If I wasn't so scared in this moment, I would say that monster looks ridiculous.
It's one of the more ridiculous looking demons, but it's also about to get the drop on your warlock. So.
Busey hair.
Look, I straight up drew them as a joke, and it looks like that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You chose the form of our destroyer. Well done.
Very Busey.
The one demon of the abyss that gets picked on the most, trust me, it can still deal some fun stuff.
Oh no!
So catches your eye, and you glance over, and there underneath the table, you see what looks to be a jagged line drawn in the air, that is slightly wide. A faint, kind of dull, reddish purple glow emanating from it.
I think so. Hold on.
Wait, before you get rid of it, just examine it to see if it goes to the same place. Does it look the same as the one we saw before?
It looks like a similar tear. That's kind of just aloft.
Can we?
You approach it, and this like little bit of light catches your eye. You're like, oh, it's another rift, and you look up, and there's this beautiful little jellyfish.
Oh.
Like this kind of like jellyfish that kind of just emerges out of the wall, like. And it drifts and then touches and enters the body.
No, God damn it.
Of who? Of what?
Of the corpse, and you watch the giant's head go.
Guys!
And look right towards you with this terrible grin that begins to tear. Its jaw unhinges to the point where the flesh tears at the corners. This wide, twisted smile.
I know.
And that's where we'll pick up.
No!
Nice. All right, so 25 to 20.
60. Oh, yeah. We're gonna do great. I'm fine.
What did you just say?
Never mind. Everything's
sick. Go back.
No.
We're good.
I turn around to Caleb, who I think is behind me, and I go, "They're," and then I just start making my way back.
Okay, so movement 5, 10.
Making my way back down.
45. That's the rest of your movement.
To the big giant. Okay, it's my turn.
You watch as a tiny, filthy, scared, like just filth-covered goblin that appeared to have been living inside this bone pit is trying to scramble out before it just incinerates and burns to death.
As soon as I see it, I drop the spell.
It did enough damage in the first round. It's a goblin. I'm sorry. It immediately incinerates.
Oh, that'll happen.
It's kind of smoldering amongst the rest of the bones.
Sometimes a bird flies in your windshield. It sucks.
Sometimes you're the windshield.
Sometimes you're the windshield.
Is it dead? We can't revive it?
No, that shit's dead.
Wait, we can't talk to it? No.
It had 8 hit points.
Killed it. Oh, it was dead?
Maybe
Was that a real sheet
You would
tear?
have to figure out what parts are it, because there's so many different parts in there.
And start muttering arcane words, and I will cast polymorph on the giant thing attacking me.
Okay.
17 to beat wisdom save.
Wisdom save. There we go.
Come on.
Can't be very wise, right?
That is 16.
Giant tortoise.
Yes, thank you. I've been waiting for somebody to do it. Tortoise, good job, you beautiful wizard bastard.
Giant tortoise.
He's just bleeding and
Are
going.
you guys still scared of the
That's what I was
giant
gonna say.
tortoise?
Are we still scared of the turtle?
You gotta strain your neck a little bit more.
It's technically
Very scary.
You've heard the sound it makes, right?
I can never remember.
technically a special effect of its ability. I'll give you advantage in your saves to resist it. Okay. Right. Next up in the round is Ford.
Me?
Yeah, you're frightened of that turtle. You look over that stairway and the turtle's there going.
I'll just files. Two of them towards the
Casimir? Go for it. So, Ford, you're up.
It's between me and everything else.
Yep, it has you up against the wall, and you're like holding your shield, like it's trying to snap and push you into the snow.
If I leave, it gets an attack of opportunity.
It does. What you want to do?
I can't leave.
No.
Fuck, I'm gonna stand there and stay.
For the record, when I said giant tortoise, I imagined the big turtle I swam with in Hawaii. It was so nice.
Not a giant.
An 8-foot
It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, Liam. It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Okay, well,
choose the form of your destroyer.
That's true.
That's
exactly what it is. If you want to polymorph something, have the stats ready for what you want to polymorph.
No, I will.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when you say giant tortoise, and the only giant tortoise in this list is giant snapping turtle.
That's what you get.
That's what you get.
Didn't you see inside my head?
You did. This is better.
I tried to think. What did you do, Ray? Okay, so
this is better.
So Ford spends his turn trying to hold back the giant snapping turtle. Not you're up. What are you doing?
Can I take like a
You don't even have the room for it. You're like. What you doing now?
We're still not attacking this tortoise, right?
What are you doing?
I, in a huff, reach into my component pouch and I pull out the cocoon again and I say, "Scheiße, fick dich," and I cast polymorph again on the tortoise.
Okay. To turn it into.
So it's a 17. Well, let's see if it succeeds first. 17.
$14.
It's a regular fucking turtle.
I'll use.
Say to the giant, Eldritch Blast. And then I'm gonna disengage and run.
And I'm gonna go next to Caleb, and I'm going, Caleb, all these rifts are kind of coming through the. All these rifts are kind of coming through the abyss. I'm kind of wondering if there's like a mass invasion that we should actually be. Because see, look,
are you doing?
They've got it.
How do you want to do this?
Yay!
I look over at Jester.
I just like.
No look.
Oh, nice.
All you see is as he looks at you is.
Gross. Oh, that's so gross. Kill the jellyfish. That was gross.
Thanks, Lord.
Yeah, no problem.
Caduceus!
That was gross.
Also, you notice in one of the coils a tiny little swatch of torn fabric.
Ooh, a clue.
Like a very, very, very nice quality, dark blue wool material.
Who's that? Dark.
About that big.
Blue.
Who's that?
Wool.
Foil.
Fuck a duck.
Who's that? Who's that? My memory's not working. Who is that? Is that your friend? Is that your spy friend?
No, look, there's a lot of people who wear blue wool, okay? Indigo is a very common color.
Is it your spy friend? What color does your spy friend wear?
Blue!
Blue.
Your friend?
Is it the same color that the woman wore that day?
Make an intelligence check.
I mean, it is a uniform.
I don't know what. This is bad.
In your inventory.
Oh, what are you doing with that?
You mess around with
idea.
like chemicals and stuff, right?
I do.
Does your husband does as well?
Yes, he does.
I mean, could you run some tests to see what sort of elements or things this fabric has been around?
What? Why are you
twitchy?
being weird? What's wrong
Well, I
with
mean,
you?
I didn't know if you could tell like what it's been around, what kind of like other chemicals, or and test it for like skin flakes, or
I'm gonna look for it in the eyes.
Wired.
You can just ask it, you know.
I'm gonna look him in the eyes and see if he's like possessed or something.
Okay, make an insight check.
I see.
Oh,
what a journey, what a journey.
That was so close. 13.
13. Now, best you can tell, Travis is just being weird.
Okay.
What?
This is good. Oh my god.
1d4 bludgeoning damage.
Yasha.
Immediately red.
In your exhaustion, yes, the darkness comes comfortably as night's rest and an evening's respite. And though you don't awaken, you can feel the thunder. You can feel it roll and vibrate through your body. With each impact, there's a flash of light behind your eyes, like a heartbeat of a dull blue glow. A deafening blast of thunder shakes your eyes awake, and you are soaked, standing on the precipice of a mountain. You can see the heavy clouds before you, with slight little breaches between where moonlight and stars are briefly visible before they are consumed once more by the storm. Arcs of lightning shoot across the Xhorhas sky. You're cold, shivering, your hair matted over your face, your eyes barely peeking through. Through another arc, you think you see an arm through the clouds, and it's gone. Another flash of light, and you see what looks like a humanoid form reaching from the storm towards you. Your instinct is to turn and run, but you watch as the head kind of turns. Just another flash of light, and it's gone. You sense a presence behind you. What do you do?
I turn around and walk towards it.
You turn around from the space where you're standing, and the opposite side of this mountain range is just bodies, corpses littered and stretched out before you, dozens and dozens of them. You can't see their faces, you just see folded arms and legs, wounds. And there, standing behind you, it's a shaded figure. And the flash of light behind you emanates and briefly frames the face you see. A familiar male figure, his curved horns back from the front, his wings folded over his shoulders, his sly grinning yellow eyes peering at you. He just looks, shakes his head and walks away.
Do I recognize any of the bodies? Anything in the bodies? Is anything about it familiar to me?
You go towards the bodies?
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Saving throw.
Oh, that's good. Ah, come on. What? See what's happening? It's so. It's landing on the corner.
Here we go.
There you
Okay.
Weirdest dice.
Yeah, it's crazy little
It's
dice.
a crazy die.
15.
15. This figure that is familiar to you, but you don't know why or where, causes something in your heart to freeze, and you feel the fear kind of welling up in your throat. This heavy lump that's making it hard to swallow. And you try and take a step, and you have to force yourself to move. And you take another step, and you go towards one of the bodies, and you turn it over. And it's Molly Mock. And you go look to the left and you look and there's Jester. And you look past that and you see Caleb. And you start to look around and everybody is somebody who's crossed your path. Somebody you've let in. You glance up and that figure just keeps walking away, shaking his head. You wake up as the heavy thunder rolls through the hall. Not you kind of shake awake a little bit.
What are you doing?
In that sleep, your wrists get cold. Not the rest of your body, just the wrists. And you try and move your body position. And you kind of glance down and you see irons on your wrist. And you look, and you have your withered wings draped over each of your shoulders. And you look forward and all you see is the storm, just roiling clouds. In the next flash of light, you see the clouds part into two pale glowing eyes open before you.
You're there. Please. Please talk to me.
You see no mouth, but with the next roll of thunder, you hear beneath it this brimming, bassy voice, familiar from some of the visions in the past you've experienced. It says, "You are still shackled, child."
I know. Some reasons I know why. But other reasons I do not. Have I done something terrible?
We've all done terrible things.
These visions that you're giving me. Where I see my friends. I don't know what that means.
You have done terrible things. And you are capable of doing terrible things. Your strength is still not wholly your own. You are still shackled, child. Fight against them. Don't let the iron be your strength.
How do I fight against it?
Struggle. Push.
Okay.
Struggle. Push.
I look down and I try to start pulling it apart.
And pulling at those chains. Make a strength saving throw.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Break the chains!
Okay.
Strength saving throw.
Saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay, 22.
Ooh! The chains grow taut, still freezing against your wrists. You pull and you pull, and you can hear the squeaking of iron tensing.
start screaming and pulling as much as I can.
Pull, and you yell into the storm, the rain smashing into your face, filling your mouth. You scream and you tense in anger as the storm rolls, the lightning flashing heavier out of the eyes, growing brighter. Struggle. Find what gives you your power. Where do you find your strength?
I continue to think of... I think of Jester, and I think of Bo, and I think of Ford, and Mollymock, and Caduceus, and Nott, and Caleb, and Zuala, and I just keep pulling and screaming.
Roll a strength saving throw with advantage.
Oh, I keep rolling. I rolled the same number all 3 times. 22.
The previous weakening of the binds causes the links to pull and stretch, and the metal itself begins to wane and twist. You can see your withered wings begin to feather.
What? Huh?
You pull, and the binds do not break, and the feathers dissipate. And in that moment of sorrow and failure, the voice goes, "You grow stronger still. The shackles remain, but they weaken. You know your strength. Use it. And struggle." The storm begins to pull away. The sound of the thunder dissipate. And you fall back into a night's rest.
Exquisite suffering.
My God.
And that is where we're going to go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sure.